Good morning, beautiful Patriots. Welcome to this beautiful Saturday. Trump is at West Point and he's doing a speech right now. Trump, we love you. Let's get into the show, guys. Let's play Hold the Line. No. You are all here because you know the storm is upon us.
Fellow Christian warriors, set yourselves apart from this corrupt generation. Be saints. That is the freedom that I wish for you. Freedom from sin. Freedom from our weaknesses. Freedom from the slavery that sin makes out of all of us. That is the freedom that is worth dying for. Kind of reminds me of the words that Mel Gibson first intoned in his Academy Award-winning film Braveheart, when he said to his ragtag army, and I say to you tonight, I see before me a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? No! Yep, fight, you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. Dying in your beds many years from now, would you have been willing to trade all the years from this day to that for one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that you can take our lives, that you can never take our freedom. Every man dies. Not every man truly lives. You, we must fight for that authentic freedom and live, my friend. By God we must live, and with the Holy Spirit as your shield and Christ as your sword, may you join Saint Michael and all the angels in defending God and sending Lucifer and his henchmen straight right back to hell where they belong. The storm is upon us. But not without Jesus, our rudder. And in the words of Reagan, evil is powerless if the good are unafraid. God bless you.
And God bless you, beautiful Patriots. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday, guys. Trump is at West Point, and we're going to have an amazing show, guys. Trump, we love you. Let's play Hold the Line, and let me shout each and every one out, because you know that I love you, right?
We're gonna hold.
Okay, guys. Let's bring the volume down just a hair. Let me pull in the chat. Boom time. Diane Sky. Trina Jones. Look for what? Natasha, we love you. All on YouTube,
I will be a
guys.
president
Murder
from
Roman,
disease,
great to see
joblessness,
you.
and hopelessness, anger,
Deflustrated.
resentment and hatred, extremism,
Dean, great to see you.
lawlessness,
Goedemorgen.
violence,
Good afternoon,
bitterness
sister.
and
We love
fury.
you.
No progress,
Sing a new
No
song, sister. You
nation.
broke the internet.
only a state of
Mary
chaos.
Carmel, Crystal
Don't
Love
piss
Vegas,
down my
Kenny
back and tell
Stacy,
me it's raining.
Stewie,
We're gonna hold.
Tattoo Tim, Mary Caramel,
We're gonna
Bonnie
hold.
Kager, Miss Penny Black,
We're gonna hold.
Gentle Lady Boutique, Chibuchis, Rick
We're
Q.
gonna hold. We're gonna hold.
We're gonna hold the line. Boom time. Lori Lash, we love you, brother. Lori Lash, we love you, sister. Little 51, QN at 17. Marco, brother, God bless. Bring your dancing shoes, guys. It's gonna be hot. Tina English, we love you. The Hein, Rap 66. The Near PW. Boom time. Fervent Vincent. Beautiful Dutch Patriot.
We're gonna hold the line.
are cruising now to the 40,000 foot long ago as we prepare to land. Make sure your seats and photo trays are in their upright position. And don't forget to buckle up, guys, because you know it's going to get bumpy. That'll be cool. Love that name. I heard it's fun to stay at the YMCA. Trump, we love you. We'll be with you shortly. United Airlines to Guantanamo Bay. Immediate boarding at Gate E. We knew this day would come, guys. Tip it up, we love you. Drum roll, please. Grab your popcorn. Here we go. Yo, Susie Q on YouTube, we love you. Trina Jones. Lisa. Great to see you. Cameron Dutch Warrior. Colors 1921. Franklin, the angels are sounding their horns. Apocalypse is nigh. For shadow for millennia and unfolding right in front of our eyes. Man, we are blessed to be alive and to be witnesses of this epic transition to greatness. Big shout out to Donald J. Trump, Dan Scavino, Elon Musk, General Flynn, Cash Patel, Ben Bobby, Doug Grassley, and Rick Grinnell. We love you guys in lesson 10.
We love you.
Elephant
We'll
first,
be
great to
back
see you.
in some form.
Diane to know.
Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is unreal. But that is a dangerous, defeatist belief. It leads to the conclusion
that we are
gripped by forces
we cannot control. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the storm MAGA. Okay, guys, we have arrived, and let's wait until the Where We Go One We Go All is full and screen, because you guys are absolute proof of that. And again, let me know, was the volume between my mic and the music okay now, or do we still have a lot of alterations to do, guys? Please let us know if it was the way it always was. And again, we are in a little rush, guys, because I just came home from the renovation, straight up into the show. Twitter is glitching, guys. Man, it took me forever to line things up. So again, guys, we have to, this is going to be a show with a lot of, interference, as you are all accustomed to, right? Kirk Allen too, great to see you. And again, Minimi 66, we love you, loud and clear. Okay, guys, we got a full house and the chat is rolling. Susie Q just joined us on Rumble as well. I saw you over here on YouTube. She's here, there, and everywhere. Susie Q, we love you. And again, guys, let's start the show, guys. Not without first introducing the two guys who wish these shows are not possible, all the way from the Pacific Coast, the man that never sleeps and that is born ready, the man in the mirror, and the man in between. Even, it's been rumored, the man on the road, Mr. Lance on his epic quest. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, happy Saturday, Grasshopper, Durfman, and to our beautiful chat. You guys are rocking and rolling this morning. So yeah, Trump is at West Point. All I've heard, like, once again, we don't watch these, right? Because we just start immediately decoding. So I've heard that he was on fire, right? I did see that he's wearing a MAGA hat. So that is freaking epic, right? So yeah, welcome everybody to our Saturday show. And let's see what today brings.
Absolutely, guys. And let me just tell you, one thing, you were talking about the MAGA hats, right? Yesterday I was on the phone with a friend of mine. You know, the guy that is making those belts, right? The belt guy. So he is wearing those MAGA hats, right? So yesterday we had a little phone call. I also had a phone call with Lance yesterday, right? A beautiful phone call. Love calling Lance, guys. But before that, I was calling with him. And he was telling me, that he was wearing his MAGA hat, like 6 years ago. But he was telling me the transition from this period when he's wearing the hat, and back then, right? Back then, everybody was losing their minds. But now he's, like, we have these Saturday farmers markets, right? Where, all Amsterdam people go, getting their produce and everything, awesome stuff you can get from the market. Organic, great stuff. And this dude is walking there with a mega head, right? He's got several. He's got, these guys with the sneakers. They have thousands of sneakers. This guy, he has like many, many mega heads, guys. So again, one time he's wearing a white one, then he's wearing a blue one. When he's wearing those hats, people don't really understand that it's a mega head, right? But once he wears the red one, guys, this is when
That's it.
all hell was breaking loose. But he just told me that last time when he's wearing the hat, the cap, that more and more people are responding positively, right? Almost it's sending chills down their spine, and they are so enthusiastic to see somebody with a mega head, right? And I know that feeling, right? When you're having a conversation with somebody that kind of gets it, that Trump is not a bad guy, that this is actually a good thing that's happening, you have these chills happening, right? And that is something totally different. This is not a political movement, guys. This is a spiritual war. And when you find like-minded people who are resonating with that same message, and this is what this beautiful patriot is going through when he's wearing the cap, right? He's and of course, like in America, you might have more people wearing MAGA hats, but in Amsterdam, it's pretty rare to see somebody wearing one. And he just told me that story, and I so liked it that I told him, like, when I'm having a show and I think about the MAGA hat, I will mention this story to him regarding him. So again, guys, sorry for my English. I'm really exhausted. Little baby on the way, renovation, but I had to tell the story, guys.
That was a great lead-in then, huh?
Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely. I had to, do my best to tell the story as good as I can. But yeah, we love him. So I don't know. He might show up in the chat. If he does, I will tell the story again with a little bit more attention, guys. But again, let's introduce the man that you all know as Mr. Butterboy, the man that knows without being told, Mr. 45. Believe it or not, heartbeats a minute. Do not let him tell you otherwise, Mr. RQ Durfman. How you doing, my friend? And Stewie, thank you so much for your epic support, sister. And also, Jay Lynn, 1934. Thank you so much for your epic support. And all you beautiful patrons out there giving away subscriptions. Like Crystal Love David, you are beyond, sister. We love you. And Dick Tracy, we love you. And again, somebody sent me a DM saying Tracy is not the name of his wife, right? So I always thought Dick Tracy was, the two first names of this beautiful family. But you got Dick, and you got his wife. Both are watching the shows. And again, we love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much for your continuous support. All of you guys being here with us, celebrating, and that's kind of what I want to say, right? Like we have it during our shows as well, right? We're all coming together, resonating on that same frequency. And that is why we love these shows, right? This guy is wearing his mega hat. People are seeing it. Some are, just going to the other side of the street. And some are really saying, hey, I see you. I understand. I know what's happening, and it's sending chills down your spine, guys. So people are waking up. It's a beautiful thing, guys. But again, SB Gator, great to see you.
That's what I was about to say.
RQ.
Hey, SB
Yes.
Gator. I haven't seen him in a while.
Awesome to see you, my friend. And again, Durfman, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Good morning to you, Lance. Good afternoon to you, Hopper, and to our fellow European patriots like Miss Penny Black. I think I saw who else did I see?
Hey,
I'm sorry,
birthday.
guys.
Happy birthday to Skittles. He's in Skittles in
yeah.
house.
Skittles
Happy birthday, brother.
is in the house. Yes, and it is his birthday today.
Well done.
So happy birthday, Skittles.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a special day for you, Skittles.
I'll give a quick shout out to my friend Greenstar, who I haven't spoken to in a while, and I definitely owe that guy at least a phone call.
Greenstar, is he with us?
No, he's not, but his boy is also celebrating his birthday today.
Okay, awesome.
So, and his name is
All right.
Quill.
Okay, shout
Yeah,
out to Quill.
Quill. You heard it right. Quill with a Q, folks.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Jojo Gons with a J.
And it's great. I mean, I have just a big smile, just looking at the chat and just seeing everybody interacting. Uh, you know, the chat is showing that we've got what about 200 on Rumble, a little over, but the chat is rolling nonetheless. So
Mhm.
that is amazing to see. Great to see. Live it up 'em. Uh,
Mhm.
me name 66. Aries Patriot. Patty's Pages. Oh, here we go. Elias Q and Verbum Vincent. We've got two European Patriots there. Oh, we've got Lisa Fannin
Oh yeah.
wishing Skittles a happy birthday.
And sunglasses. Awesome. Great name.
Absolutely. Sunglasses, good to see you. Uh, hey,
Welcome
we've
in the
got
chat, by the way, sunglasses.
we, we've got Kenny Stacy. I don't know if that's
Mhm.
related to Dick Tracy, but no, probably not. Uh, Sorry guys, I'm lacking sleep here, and it's great to see Parco. Yes, the chat rolls because the love, and I couldn't agree more.
Absolutely, guys.
Yeah, you guys are quite a bunch, and just a reminder, if any of you guys are just lurking, get in the chat and just
Have some
say,
fun.
have some fun. Just start by saying hello, and if you have any questions,
Yes.
we'll do our best to answer them. And quite often the chat has our back, and they're able to answer our questions
Hmm.
as well. So, oh hey, we've got MSOR2712 in the chat who is saying that today is also her daughter
Oh,
Carissa's birthday.
awesome.
Well, I don't know if Carissa's listening, so if she is, happy birthday, Carissa. If not, well, happy birthday to you. You're the mother, so happy
Uh-huh.
birthday to you, MSOR. Oh, wait,
And yeah.
I'm assuming MSOR is a lady. If you are a lady, well, happy birthday. If you're not a lady, sorry. Uh, by the way, we've got RNH, Real Newshead, who's saying, "Good morning, Grass fam. We can't catch a break in the East. Perpetual nor'easter, right there? Yes, it's been raining nonstop. We actually got like 5 minutes of just a tiny bit of sunshine, maybe, I don't know, 17 minutes ago. But yeah, it's been gray and raining. It's even been, Celsius, it's been below 10, which is pretty unusual for the month of May.
Hmm.
There were times like these when I was a kid, but seriously, like this hasn't occurred in a long, long time. So yeah, it is rainy, it's cold. And by the way, I wanted to say, just in case we didn't,
Weatherman Durf, man.
just in case we didn't cover that, Dick Tracy gifted a subscription to Charlie Wilco 360.
Awesome.
So thank you, Dick Tracy, and welcome to the Red Castle Club, Charlie. And just want to say thank you, Stewie4554, for that 17th spot earlier on.
Hmm.
And yes, we did have, like, if you guys remember on the last show, I believe we were mentioning that there was uh, an event with Trump today at West Point. And,
Yes.
back when I was noticing it at first, it was saying that
Yes.
the RSBN stream was going to start at 6 p.m. Now, Trump was already on, guys,
Yeah.
and it lasted just under an hour. It started around, what did I say? Do you remember? It was 10:16, I believe. So it lasted just under an hour. And
Mhm.
as Lance mentioned, it sounds like he was on fire today. So, you know, Grass,
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you. I mean, we can either start with some decodes or we could start right away with
Yeah. So
the
let's leave it up to the
speech.
chat, guys. But let's leave it up to the chat. Let's ask the chat what they want to do. Do you want to see the West Point live Grasshopper decode first? Or do you want to go through a few decodes? I got 1, 2, and 3 because Twitter isn't loading, guys. So I'm pretty happy that I got this lined up. Then I even had to go to Truth to line up a few of these these decodes. Yeah, guys. So you know, we are how do you say that? We're
Well,
winging it at the moment. You know, like so let me see,
we
guys. Drop us 17. No, drop us 5x5 if you want to see the live T code, you know, of Donald J. Trump. MC Page, great to see you. And drop us 17 if you want to see, you know, the recap of this week T codes, guys.
all right,
We're
guys.
going to do them
So
both, right? So it's either which one are we going to do first, right?
yeah. So West Point 5x5 or Decode 17. So far, the 5x5s are rolling in.
Okay, guys, let's get into West Point.
Let's do it. Why not,
Let's
guys?
do it, guys.
I com-
Again, bring a friend. You know, I know that Twitter is lacking, so bring them into Rumble or YouTube or, you know, and if you're able to watch on X, that is epic, guys. But again, we got some 17s are winning now. Oh my god.
I got a couple, but still the 5x5s, I think.
Won by a lot.
Yeah. And you know, I was just thinking maybe we should
Lisa Fannin, you sound familiar. Do I know you?
I mean, that's one
Lisa
of the
Fannin.
I believe that's one of the newer names, at least for me in the chat. And
You
boy,
ring
do
a
we
bell.
have we have a few. We have some returnees as well, like Sheila D. I haven't seen in a while. Jatron, good to see you as always. Patty's Pages, good to see you. Salski, very good to see you too.
Jasmine Rose, look at that. We love you.
Got Spider Diaper in the chat
yeah.
as well.
Love that name.
And let me also say hello to Hendrik, Modern Ronin, Teya. Look for what? Dokiem, Hussein, Goedemiddag.
Goedemiddag, yes.
I was close.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
I'll-
Lisa is from Indiana. Awesome.
So we have Tone Capone 17 as well in the chat. And it's, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I see the
wait a
chat
minute.
rolling.
We got Sheila E from Prince, right? But in our chat we have Lisa D, guys. You know, if you think that Lisa E was awesome, Lisa D is even better, guys. Sheila D, we love you.
She says she's been lurking. Well, thank you for popping in.
And Mr. Rob, awesome to see you again. That's been a long time, my friend.
Mr. Rob.
Mr. Rob, you are the one that is owning a restaurant, right? Am I right? Back in the day, I remember.
Possible.
That's you, right?
We've got a Trump card in the chat as well.
All right. Okay, guys.
He said, I
Eagles
tried to
joined
put
us from
55 in
YouTube.
last week's chat. It didn't work. Oh, man. Yeah, listen, Trump card, everybody's experiencing issues with Rumble where, you know, for no reason, sometimes it even happens in the middle of shows where it logs me out of the chat. I have to log back in to Rumble in the middle of a show. So I don't get it.
So,
Let me
Mr. Rob,
s-
please let me know. Are you the one that had that a restaurant? Because you were spoiling me back in the day. So we really want to shout you out. And if you are the one from that restaurant, maybe you want us to mention the restaurant so people, if they live nearby, can pay you a visit or something. Help your business out a little bit. Happy to do it. But that's up to you.
ah,
Oh, Mr. Rob is saying no. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so he's not the one owning a restaurant.
And Madam Trump Card is
All
confirming that
right.
she's a she, her. I'm sure. I'm sure she doesn't, she doesn't use those pronouns, but thank you for confirming because, sometimes these names, like even, Zed Saskatchewan,
It's a dude.
I'm gonna guess you're a dude, Zed Saskatchewan, and I love it. Zed, oh my goodness.
Yeah, so Miss Penny Black
Miss
is,
Penny
yes.
Black.
Look at this, man. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. All those new people here, and she's saying, you know what? I'm going to give you a Red Castle guy. So, Durfman, take it away.
Well, we have Will for you to see. Welcome to the Red Castle Club. Amsor 2712. Amrab. Sorry, Mr. Rab. Verbum Vincent. Welcome to the Red
Dutchy.
Castle Club. Cubert's mom. By the way, great to see you again. Santa Fe Kate. Me name 66. Welcome to the Red Castle Club. And we have
Lisa
also
Fannin.
Lisa Fannin and Live It Up'em. Also got a Red Castle as well
Also, Trump
as
Q cars.
I See the Light One. Did I miss
Oh,
Trump Q card?
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
Oh no, she didn't get one. She already has a Red Castle, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
And let's see, I See the Light One. Well, that's a
Amen.
nice name. Good to see you. And let's see. One Mark Rowe, good to see you as well. Carol March Cross, another new name for me. I'm sure
And
you'll get a Red
Lizzie,
Castle soon
check
enough.
this out. Lizzie is with us. Lizzie 5069. Hello, I'm a new follower. Well, Lizzie, welcome to the show. We are gonna show you what this show is all about, Lizzie. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And I'm hope you'll be coming back. I think so. Because it's this show is going to be epic, guys. Trump is at you know at a beautiful event, guys. So we're gonna cover it. You guys wanted to see the West Point first, right? So everybody say hello to Lizzie. And can you pronounce this name?
Uh, which one? The Bongina?
Yeah.
I think that's a troll. Sorry, troll.
Okay.
But
I saw a new name. Okay,
I
guys.
mean, it's kind of a funny one, but you know, we yeah,
It's a funny
we
name.
like we like trolls. It kind of
Yeah.
means we're over the
Let's
target,
keep
right?
this one in for a second before we
Uh,
nuke him.
sorry, too late already.
Oh shit.
Already done. I
Durfman is in
mean,
good spirits today, guys. Give it up for Durf and Lance, guys.
like I
That's
said,
funny.
it's nice to see that if we're pissing somebody off, we must be doing something right,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, it's Tony
By the
the
way,
Man,
Tony
and that
Mann
is
is
that
saying good
name.
morning.
That is, leaving no question that this is a dude, guys. It's Tony the Man. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, brother. Um, okay, guys, are you guys ready for an amazing event? Trump at West Point. Are you ready for this? JJ White,
You
great to
got
see
it.
you. Watching
Perfect.
grass from the 51st state. Awesome.
Wait. Who's watching from the
JJ
51st?
White. JJ White.
Is that it? Up
I
in?
guess
Oh,
so.
okay, right there. Sorry, I was looking at YouTube for a second. Watching grass from JJ White. Awesome. We've got
Hmm.
Jenny A. Franklin. We've got Zed Saskatchewan that are fellow Canucks, and probably all in the same boat probably all feel the same way about Turdo and Corny, right?
Yep.
That's the guy's name. Anyways, sorry, guys.
Sorry. Sorry.
Um, but yeah, let's get to Trump. You know what we should also, what I should also do right quick, because I've been eyeing these deltas, guys. The last couple of days we had some fun ones. I was
So shiny.
You don't say.
Yes, you don't say. Trump at West Point, guys. Look at the time. It's 11:37, and just when we were saying we're going to Trump at West Point, he's just dropping these West Point videos, guys. So let's wait and see, guys. 11:34, 11:33. Oh, there's the hashtag 17, guys, with a nice 5x5, guys. So Trump, remember, you guys were dropping 5x5s to see the Trump rally, right? And Trump is dropping a 5x5 at 11:33. Let me show you what that drop is all about. What the hell, guys? 11:33. Boom. Hashtag 17. Dude.
So yes, he's like, great timing. Let's see what you got.
Dude, do you
Let's see what you
see
picked up.
this?
Guys.
Come on now.
Guys.
This is Trump. You are epic.
Because I know he starts at 10:16.
Let's go back to Durf, man. What you said over there, right? Can I look it up or what? Can you make a... So
There's the
everybody,
17.
Durf, man, was saying... where
a
are
little-
you? Yeah, yes,
Right there.
there it is. So Decode 17 or West Point Speech 5x5, right? Right over here. This was just a short moment ago, right? Now we're going into the West Point, and Trump just dropped. It's now 11:39, right? Just look in the upper left corner, right? 11:39. This is just 5 minutes ago when Trump was dropping this, right? At 11:33, dropping you the hashtag 17 and a 5x5, guys. So Trump actually wants to see the decodes first. I'm just going to show you a few of the decodes, the three that I really want to show
Trump
you.
wants to see the decodes first.
Yeah, right? Trump voted, guys. Trump voted. Hashtag 17. And then the 5x5, guys. So, I'm not going to argue with Trump, guys. Let me just show you this. The thing that Trump was dropping that was epic because let me see which one was first. This was on the 22nd. This was on the 23rd. Yes. I knew I had it flipped around. So on the 22nd, Trump came out with that beautiful clip, right? Trump forever, right? And he was dropping this at 3 p.m., 3:53 and 59 seconds. Right? Drop 59 is really epic because that drop is saying combine all post and analyze. The question provides answers, right? We know that drop, right? Again, we're going to read it. But again, how epic, guys. 3535, right? That drop is bringing us to conservative Karen that is retweeting Red Pill 78, right? Saying, well, there you go. Hashtag the Great Awakening, where Trump at a speech was saying we are calling for the great awakening of the United States, right? So we're calling for the great awakening of the United States. How beautiful, guys. There it is, the great awakening. Anos crashed the site. High volume traffic, guys. And back in the day, this was one of those breaths, right? Those boards were called the Great Awakening, right? So interesting that Trump was calling for the Great Awakening of the United States, where Trump was doing that little funny video, right? 30-second video of Trump, 2016, 2024, 2028, 2030, or whatever, right? And all up to, Trump forever, right? So Trump, we love you. Let me just look up drop 59 because
I mean, he does have
dropping those.
He does have a lot of kids, right? So you do have Junior and Eric and Barron. So that could go for, right? Trump doesn't just mean mean Donald Trump, right? There's more Trumps.
Absolutely.
Trump forever.
Yeah, forever. I like it, man. So again, drop 59 of his seconds right over here. 3:53:59 is bringing us to the Great Awakening, and 59 is bringing us to combine all post and analyze. So bring all those Q drops together, right? What you were getting from the hours and minutes or minutes and seconds, and counting the spaces and looking at the misspellings. Put all that together, combine all those posts and analyze it. Like I was telling you, right? Because the question provides answers. Q is then saying, remember, information is everything. The flow of information is no longer controlled by the MSN, but by you, the Anons, and others. Hence why we are dedicating critical time to distribute crumbs, which can be followed in greater detail to paint the entire picture once more information is released. The Great Awakening, right? Their biggest fear is an informed and awake public, right? Freely communicating with each other, right? Let's say on Truth or on Telegram or on Twitter, right? Twitter is big, guys. So again, why has POTUS dedicated so much time into labeling the MSN as fake news? To give you guys the torch, right? The MSN is falling. When MS-13, designated terrorists are being flown out of the country, guilty of multiple murders, rapes, and the Mockingbird media has the audacity to ask Trump to get them back into the country, right? Do you understand at what point we are now? This is why, they lost all credibility, right? We, like, all those conspiracy theories are conspiracy facts, right? We have been right all along. So again, Q is saying, combine all those posts and analyze. You got the mic, and this is why we're distributing crumbs, and those can be followed in greater detail to paint the entire picture once more information is released. And we had those crumbs from Trump, information waterfall, but this is on the 22nd, right? The next day, early in the morning, one of his first truths was posted at 5:43. He's talking about Ukraine and Russia, it's going to be epic. This could lead to something big, right? 5:43 is bringing you the hours and minutes to the Great Awakening, guys. So what a beautiful succession at 3:35. And then the very next morning, it can lead to something big, the Great Awakening, guys. Ending today at those beautiful booms. The parade that will never be forgotten on June 14th, guys. So be there with us. We're going to be there the entire day, celebrating the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, guys. But what are the odds that the hours and minutes are bringing us to boom, 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 putting the emphasis on it. This is going to be big, right? And his minutes and seconds of 44:13 is bringing us to this drop, right? Flags are out. You can see the flags over there, right? 44:13 is saying those loyal to the Constitutional Republic and our command structure, right? Like the U.S. Army. Those loyal to the office of the president and will of the people. Those who swore an oath to protect and defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Those good people who serve proudly for America. Castle Rock for God and country, guys. U.S. Army is happening, guys. 250th anniversary. We love it. And beautiful timestamp, guys. And I was asking Grok, right? Sometimes I go into Grok, say, hey, Grok, take a look at this tweet. Don't you think that this is remarkable? And then Grok is saying, yeah, Dan Scavino posted it at 8:44. 8:44 is boom, boom, boom. So they might be, wanted to put a spotlight on it. And for the minutes and seconds to talk about, this stuff that is over here, right? The loyal ones, who swore an oath to protect and defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic, while we are having the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. That is pretty wild. So I'm kind of teaching Grok, like, hey, dude, right? Isn't this amazing? But again, guys, We have arrived. Trump, you got what you wanted. 11:33, hashtag 17, 5x5. We're going to watch the West Point. And just
Hey,
let's
Grass.
have a little look. Yes, sir.
Yeah, do the 3355.
33:55, huh? Let's have a look.
Because we had the hashtag 17.
Yes. Ooh. Yes. Welcome back, Hugh. So good to see you. Are you returning publicly again now? The time has come to re-enter the public domain, guys. Golly,
Let's
dude.
go!
Woo, baby. Wow.
And that's July.
Wow.
July 8th.
Woo, man. This is just 8 days separated from my birthday, guys. I'm from July 16th, you know. Okay, guys, let's have a little look at this this video of Trump. What is he talking about?
Every cadet on the field before me should savor this morning, because this is a day that you will
23
never,
seconds,
ever
huh?
forget.
Boom.
In a few moments, you'll become graduates of the most elite and storied military academy in human history, and you will become officers in the greatest and most powerful army the world has ever known.
Wow, guys. And again, guys, remember Durfman when I was walking to the studio and Trump was doing the graduations of these other group of people, right? I thought West Point was going to be the same events, right? I was really looking forward to the West Point. So for Trump to do this in the early days, early hours of today, right? That is so awesome. So we can use it in our Decode show, guys. So West Point, shout out. Trump, let's look at 11:34 before we move on, guys. 11:34. Okay, Serious Night 5. And we got 34:44. Okay. Annas will ask. Those include removing caption. Bypass, but those who seek to cause disruption. Okay.
I
Active
like
servers. Yeah.
I like the middle.
1344.
Yeah.
Let's see. 134.
Looks familiar to
Okay.
me because there was a Zero Delta a couple days ago, I think with Rapid Response or Trump at 1:44 p.m. So 13:44
Nice
right
one.
there. You know.
Beautiful. Hitting a Zero Delta, saying important, no private comms, past, present, or future. No comms made outside of this platform with the confirmed trip codes, right? When the board was, infiltrated, they would use a new trip code, go back, and then Trump would confirm the trip codes with one of his tweets just 5 minutes after a Q drop, right? Saying, hey, follow this one. And then everybody on the boards knew, okay, this is the new one. They changed and they were following the new trip code, right? So, and again, this is what Q is referring to. No comms made outside of this platform. Any claims that contradict the above should be considered as fake news and disregarded immediately. Because where we go one, we go all. If we are coming out, we are going to do that publicly, not to one person who can then claim I'm the Messiah. I just spoke to Q. I've got a Q phone, right? Like, I see those guys on the daily, right? That's not happening, guys. Yeah. And anybody who says that, and I don't know who is stupid enough to claim something like that, that should be considered to be fake news, guys. No private comms. There's nobody. We're all the same here, right? The less than 10 have the full picture, and anybody else is just, guessing. Okay, guys. So Trump.
Yeah, and importantly, there they say past, present, and future, right? Like,
yes,
no matter what.
Yeah.
Now,
because
before,
yes,
in the future, no matter what.
Yes. Because where
and that's why
we go all.
And that's
right?
why we do these shows and doing these drops, right? Because
yes, because
no
we're using the
tools
boards that they gave us, right? Look at the timestamps. Look at the time in between, right? Like, so 33:55 till 43:44. there is, let me see, 39, 49 seconds in between. I think so. Huh? No,
Yeah, 49.
sure.
Yep, 49.
Okay, 49. Let me see. So follow Senator Grassley. Okay. It's a name recognized around the world. Alice in Wonderland. Okay, guys. So nice little gap code. Okay, let's go into the Trump event, guys.
The truth number.
Oh.
And the clip length.
Okay, wait a minute, guys. We're not done.
The clip length
57.
is 57, and if you look at the truth number mirrored, we got 1157.
So 57. Okay, McCain. Again, Alice in Wonderland. And 1157. Okay, has POTUS made statements found not to be true? Nothing stated should be discounted. We're moving fast. Okay, guys. Beautiful clip. Les, you had something on the
No,
truth number?
Durf got it. I was going to say the same thing. 1157.
Okay.
But it's right
Supreme Court questions. Okay, guys. So let's get into the event of Donald J. Trump. And guys, how interesting is it that Trump is posting his first West Point clip at 11:33, bringing you to hashtag 17 with a nice 5x5 in there, right? Again, when you know, you know. West Point speeds 5x5 and the decodes 17, guys. There's your 17. There's your 5x5, guys. With a 23-second clip, guys. Pain. Whoa.
That's his first pose since we went live, and those are absolutely beautiful numbers.
And, you know, he was announcing his speech at 9:55. Let's have a little look. Let's see if there's something to it. 9:55. 9:55. Oof. USMC activated, guys. US 3 next week. The booms again. That's beautiful. 70506. Well, Durfman is going to get into that, guys. So let's wait for that and let's go into Donald J. Trump, guys.
Did you see the truth number?
What did
it ends with? It ends with 508.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Okay, guys. So cliffhanger, guys. Let's start. Bring a friend, guys. Let everybody know we're going live. Let me just play a little of the intro first. And then, because I got to do something in the middle of it. Let me see where we are. Let me see.
10:16 is when it starts.
Okay, so this. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go a little bit here where we can see them coming in and Trump and something. There it is. Trump is coming in. Let me go. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, guys. Enjoy this. I'll be back in a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th
Did you see that mouse? What was
President
that?
of the United States of America.
No, I did not.
No? Maybe it's just like a camera moving in the back like a phone. Maybe. I don't know. That was weird. It looked like grass was moving across the screen. counted 31 on the side. So that would be times 2.
Okay, guys, let me put in my in-ears. So Trump is there, coming in at 10:04, huh? This is when he appears, huh?
I counted 31 soldiers saluting him when he walked in.
Okay,
or
31.
cadets.
Let's have a let me see.
And I'm pretty sure
31.
that's even on each side. So that would be what, 62?
Okay, world stalemate. We have the goods on everyone else. Okay. There is so much string pulling and blackmail. We need to cut these off to truly gain the power granted to us by the patriots and hardworking people of this great country. So beautiful. 62. Have you looked at it? Okay.
No.
Okay. So, okay. There's the assignment. This is what Q is saying. I highly recommend that someone take all my crumbs and put it into a massive dump. One single shot. This will be considered the biggest inside approved drop in American history. They are beginning to understand. Okay, and Podesta is already lawyering up. Okay, where is Barack Obama today? Okay, so interesting, guys. The assignment to put it into a graphic, put it all together, like we were reading from drop 59, right? Combine all posts and analyze. The question provides answers. Information is everything and controlled by us, right? Not by the MSN anymore. And this is why they're dedicating critical time to distribute crumbs, which can be followed in greater detail to paint the entire picture once more information is released, right? So interesting that we have this in the seconds of Trump, and then the 62 cadets standing there greeting Trump, where Q is saying, I really recommend that somebody taking all my crumbs, and put it into a massive, a single shot, right? So people have an overview of what Q is trying to bring across, right? So let's line everything perfectly up for Trump to speak. Let me see. Okay, so this is a little bit, okay. Miss Penny Black, we love you. Let me go here. There is Twitter. And there is the video. Okay. Okay, guys. 950 watching on X, guys. And again, let's start this thing where Trump is speaking at West Point. 1 minute before it happens, guys.
It's my honor to introduce this morning's commencement speaker, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
Boom time. And again, the volume is pretty low, huh? Or is it me?
It's probably RSBN.
I think it's something with my settings. Let me see. So there's my volume settings. Maybe I gotta go like this. Oh shoot. Is that going up for you as well?
Not for me.
So if I go up like this, is my voice louder?
I can't tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
So no worries. Okay, so let's start the show, guys.
Well, I want to thank you very much. This is a beautiful place. I've been here many times, going to high school, not so far away. A good place. Also a military academy, not quite of this distinction, but it was a lot of fun for me. And I just want to say hello, cadets, and on behalf of our entire nation, let me begin by saying congratulations to the West Point class of 2025. You are winners, every single one of you. Thank you.
The gift that keeps on giving.
And now we want you to relax, and I'm supposed to say at ease, but you're already at ease. You're at ease because you
At
made a
ease
great
at 10:17,
choice in
guys.
what you're doing, your choices in life has been really amazing. So this is a celebration, and let's have a little fun.
Happy
I want
hunting.
to thank
Celebration.
your highly respected Superintendent, General Stephen Gillen, and he is really something. I got to know him backstage with his beautiful family. And his reputation, his wife is just incredible. His reputation is unbelievable. And thank you very much. And your daughter is a winner also, just like everybody out there, a real winner. Thank you. Thank you. I also want to thank your Commandant General R.J. Garcia, Secretary of the Army Dan Driscoll, Army Chief of Staff General Randy George, Senator Ashley Moody, Representatives Steve Womack, Bill Heisinger, Pat Ryan, Mark Green, Keith Self, Acting U.S. Attorney Alina Haba.
Elena
and very
Haba.
much,
Love that.
just all of the friends. We have a lot of friends in the audience today, and I just want to thank them all for being here. We have a tremendous amount of my friends. They wanted to come up and they wanted to watch this ceremony.
There it
They
is,
wanted to
guys.
you
Watch.
much more.
I wanted to watch this, right, at 10:18 and drop 10:18, guys. Right over here. Drop 10:18 is saying, watch. Watch for the magic bot. Interesting. The watch. At 10:18, watch for the magic bot.
More so than me. So I just want to thank so many people are here. Over the past 4 years, an extraordinary group of professors, teachers, coaches, leaders, and warriors have transformed this class of cadets into an exceptional group of scholars and soldiers. And so let's give the entire group, the entire West Point faculty, the staff, for their incredible love of you and outstanding devotion to the Corps. Let's give them a little hand.
Amen. West Point.
And importantly, we can't forget all of those people beaming with pride. Look at them in the audience. So they're so proud. They're in the stands. So thank your parents, your grandparents, and family members who made this all possible for you. Thank you.
Don't you love this, man? Jacqueline, great to see you. Brands, 1520.
And I think they must have done something right based on what I'm looking at. America loves our military moms and dads. Nearly
Look how the wind is just whipping behind them.
Today are themselves the children of veterans. So to everyone with us this morning who served America in uniform, no matter your age, please stand so we can salute your service. We'd like to see who you are. Congratulations. Great job. Every cadet on the field before me should savor this morning because this is a day that you will never, ever forget. In a few moments, you'll become graduates of the most elite and storied military academy in human history, and you will become officers in the greatest and most powerful army the world has ever known. And I know because I rebuilt that army and I rebuilt the military. And we rebuilt it like nobody has ever rebuilt it before in my first term. Your experience
Listen to that
here at
crowd.
West Point has been anything but easy. But
Okay, so it's still moving. It's only glitching, guys. So we still got Jews, but the picture is hanging. So let's see, guys. Let's wait until it comes back.
lethal warriors ever to walk on this planet. Say, mission accomplished. Great job.
So RSBN is having some technical difficulties, guys.
But now you have to go on. You have to forget that. Because now you have another. It's a sad thing, isn't it? You know, can't rest on your laurels no matter what. You just have to keep going. You take a little day off, and you go on to the rest. Because you have to have victory after victory after victory. And that's what you're going to have as you receive your commissions as
Mirror Grass.
lieutenants. Each of you continues down the same hallowed path, walked by titans and legends of U.S. military lore, giants like Ulysses S. Grant, John
Panic in
Blackjack
DC.
Pershing, Dwight David Eisenhower, the one and only Douglas
Is that the
MacArthur.
mirror you want to look at?
Old blood
I think
and
it was
guts,
1201.
and Norman Schwarzkopf.
Oh, guys.
Oh,
Well done.
yeah. So many more. They and countless other patriots before you have
Trap
walked
card
out of these
played.
halls and
Trump
straight
card
into
coming.
history, and today you officially join those immortal heroes in a proud ranks of the long gray line. You know that term, so beautiful, the long gray line. Among the 1,000 cadets graduating today, 26 of you wear the prestigious star wreath signifying the highest level of academic achievement. Please stand up.
Boom, there's a
26.
26.
Let's see if somebody stands who shouldn't be standing.
The only way is the military, guys. Fully controlled, safe and spread. Once 11.3 verifies as first marker. Biggest advanced drop on pole.
This class includes an incredible 4 Rhodes Scholars. Stand up, please. 4.
The ultimate deterrent.
Wow. That's tied for the most of any West Point class since 1959. That's great. 4.
Boom, Grass. And a 4.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I want to bring them right to the Oval Office. I don't want to have them go too far away from me. 8 cadets here today took on the challenge.
Which one, Lance?
He said 4.
Okay,
He said it
so
kind
there's
of.
okay. So
4.
wait a minute. So that yeah. So Trump is saying 4, right? Drop 4. Okay. The crumbs that are being dropped, 100% insulated, right? Will not be addressed in the nation on any of these issues as people begin to get indicted. While he's saying 1959, right? Already showing you where those indictments are going, right? Because Hillary Clinton gave access to the server, right? Betrayed her country. But this is only the tip. And this will be made public soon, guys. So, you know, Trump declassified the Crossfire Hurricane. Kash Patel released that to the public, but now there is this room where nobody else was going. And Kash Patel is going to release those documents before the end of this month, guys. So this would lead to Comey. This would lead to DNC and HRC. And it will lead all the way up to Barack Hussein Obama. You know, and there it is, guys. The whole corrupt temple is coming down, guys. This will be made public soon. Interesting, guys. While this drop is saying, POTUS will not be addressed in the nation on any of these issues as people begin to get indicted and must remain neutral for pure optical reasons. Okay, guys.
Yeah, why is surrounded by generals?
Yes.
And he just said Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Again,
and now he's saying 8. Away
yes.
from me, 8 cadets.
8 cadets. Let's see.
Huma
in jail. Okay. HRC. Boom. Yet again. Admiral Rogers. Kickstart. Okay. To verify oath. Fire or prosecute. Interesting. The federal judge. Confirmation last week. So again, we got Clinton's in the crosshairs, guys. She betrayed sold intel, to China, and this is how China or North Korea, um, you know, let's talk about North Korea. They knew how to build, those nefarious rockets. And if they needed some uranium one, look no further. Give some money to the Clinton Foundation, and Hillary Clinton would take care of it, right? Um, just an example on how China was getting intel on the server and knew exactly where the CIA safe houses were, and China was killing off all those CIA officers in China, right? So that's all due to Hillary Clinton, selling information allegedly, right? Again, we have to say that. But yeah, let's continue with this epic Trump speech at West Point.
Hey, Grass.
Yes.
One more point. In drop 8, it's saying reorganization underway. Under
Yes.
fire or prosecute.
Yes.
Yep, right there.
And happening. Well done. Well done. No FBI, guys. Interesting. Military intelligence, state secrets, and no FBI. Yes.
Before we go any further, just want to say a big thank you to Tippy Top, who gifted 5 subscriptions.
Oh, really?
Yes. So JDL37, who is kind of new here, was gifted a membership by Tippy Top.
Oh, right.
We also have Donna B. Cool, Jenny A. Franklin, Mary Carmel.
Boom.
And Carol 121Q.
All right.
Welcome to the Red Castle Club, and thank you so much, Tippy Top, for the gift. That is awesome. Look at all these, so many new names today, guys. This is awesome. Wow. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Like, literally, just very quickly for the new guys here, when you look at what we're doing, we're just following what Q was pointing out, which is look at the timestamps, and we're looking sometimes at mirrors. Reflections are important. So, and also drop 316, which mentions watching RSBN and listening to comms. So that's literally what we're doing here. And
let's read that drop, by the way. Well done, Durf. Let's just read that drop. Because we got some new arrivals among us, right? And we want to show them what we're actually doing, right? 316. And when Q is reposting something like this, right? These were the annals back in the day, December 9th, 2017, in the early beginnings, guys, where the annals were kind of chatting amongst themselves, right? Martial law starting on the 11th, right? Question and answers and stuff like that. And this analyst is saying, hey, wait a minute, guys. It's like this is a thing, and I like the subject Q, and then there's another answer, and this is a whole thread of answer and questions among the Patriots. This is where Q comes in, right? This is where Q comes in, but they liked this little, back and forth between the annals, because these annals were onto something. They were saying, hey, I felt that the speech was odd last night, but in a good way. POTUS emphasis and speech patterns. We need to go back and listen closely. He's emphasizing words used by Q, right? So Trump was using words that were being emphasized by the Q drops, right? Let's go to Right Side Broadcasting on YouTube, right over here. But again, this analyst is concluding because looking at the map gives you a good idea of the operations ahead. Future proves past, right? Connect all markers, and paint the entire picture, right? Like we were reading in that other drop, right? Drop 59, over here, 59. Combine, outpost, and analyze. Question provides answers. You can paint a picture without, you can paint the picture once more information is released, right? So, remember that Q was saying connect the markers. They're talking amongst themselves, right? And it's saying Q wants us to understand that the map is real and it's providing evidence for it, because the important point is justice. They were talking and they say, you know what, let's put all these crumbs together, and bring it out to the public so they can understand that Trump is really using the words that Q was using, right? Looking at those similarities. And then
Hey,
Q
Grass.
really liked what they were saying. And he was saying, what can be said about the US military? The speech yesterday verified and unlocked so much. But let's re-listen. Go back to that speech and re-listen and connect those markers, because news in all forms unlocks the map, just like we have over here, right? You can paint a picture, the entire picture once more information is released, right? The news unlocks the map. Expand your thinking, the Great Awakening. And he's adding to this timestamps. How many clues must we provide? So Trump is saying specific words at specific times, and when you go to these things form the markers. So when he's using a word that is being found in the timestamp on the cue boards, you can see, okay, those things are the markers. And then all those things that are compiling upon each other is almost like a blueprint of what's about to come, right? So this is why we're doing these shows, right? Yes, Lance, you had something.
Oh, I just wanted to point out that like the keywords are the important part when we're listening to these speeches, because they always line up with the drops of the timestamp.
Yes.
So just like you were pointing out, Patriot, or what were he just said it, right?
Watching,
watching. Yep. Go down a little bit. There was one. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Suppose the speech used the terms
There you
found
go.
in the map, right?
Yep.
More evidence that truth is being revealed and Q is legit and justice is being served. Well done, Lance.
That was the one.
Yeah, I glanced over that.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you look at the chunk that's below the 1349.25, right there. Notice Q is in a different color.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just want to point out our freaking amazing chat also pointed out that Trump is wearing a different color tie today.
Mm-hmm.
We usually see him in
purple.
red and gold or blue, and today it's a violet.
It's a gift from Saudi Arabia, guys. He made a tie from the carpet, right? Like he took back a souvenir, guys. He said, that makes a perfect tie.
Well, some people were pointing that out, right? That it's well, a few people were mentioning let's see, violet and lavender are bluer. Okay, yeah, but yeah, it's still along the same like purplish. Let me see. Someone mentioned magenta.
Oh yeah.
Which is a very interesting choice. And of course, Jenny A. Franklin came in with MAG.
Magenta, yeah.
Magenta in capital letters, right? MAGA tie, magenta tie, and MAGA hat. And yeah, somebody was also pointing out something with regards to.
So this is the color magenta, right? So I like in Holland, you say magenta. You got magenta, you got so this is that color. Yes, it's pretty close, huh?
Unless you're Canva.
Yeah.
And Ellie K. Payton mentioned in the chat purple royal, like in parentheses. Purple is royal with red, the MAGA hat.
Okay.
Gives you magenta.
And on my way is saying, it's also the color of T-Mobile. Interesting that I think Elon's how's that internet called again?
Starlink.
Starlink, yes, is working in some location with T-Mobile. Not advertisement, but yeah, I heard that somewhere in the world they were working with T-Mobile. So yeah. So should the lights go out, right? When you have a T-Mobile, you could still connect to internet, I guess, right? So that is some kind of a backup they created.
With
But
Starlink.
interesting. Yes, with Starlink, yes.
Yeah, the satellite phone or something
Yes.
like that.
Oh, dude. What, dude? I would so want a phone like that, right?
Hell yeah.
You know, but the only thing is, I want a stylist with it, right? Like I'm running a Note, no, how's it call it?
Samsung.
A Samsung Ultra. You know, so I'm using the pen. So I can only Elon. If you're gonna make a phone, put in the pen. You know, else I will not be buying. You know, like or maybe I would just to use it as a hub, an internet hub. Um, but yeah, I need my pen. You know, I gotta make my decodes on the fly. You know, some make it on the laptop. I can't do that. Durfman is only doing it on the laptop. He can't do anything else. You know, and I'm the total polar opposite of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I made one or two on my phone, and they were very, very simple, and it took me so long to do. Just trying to figure this stuff out. So used to having my mouse and being able to, make things way, way bigger, zooming in, all that stuff. So
Okay, guys. So bringing it back to the point, what Durfman was saying, right? Like
yes.
he was pulling up drop 316, right? Showing that annals already back in December 9th, 2017, were on it, right? Trump was using, odd way. His speech was odd, but in a good way, right? He was emphasizing words being used by Q, and Q was saying, look at the timestamps on when he is saying it. How many clues must we provide, right? And like Lance was pointing out, that the speech, and those terms found on the Q boards is evidence that truth is being revealed, that Q is legit and justice is being served, right? And they're saying we need to assemble all these proofs together to show it to the public, right? And now we're doing these things live with you. So, you can just sit back, watch us go through this, and we're going to listen to what Trump is saying. We're going to look at the timestamps. We're going to look at the deltas. Great point, by the way. Let me pull up the deltas. Let me see, what kind of deltas do we have today? Today's deltas.
The first one is after 1 p.m., so I don't think we'll encounter any for now. And by the way, yeah,
seconds.
Really good point in mentioning that this drop 316 was from December 2017. Like, this is literally 6 weeks into Q posting. And now we're hitting 7-year deltas, guys. Think about that. These guys are like the real OG Anons that were putting in the elbow grease right away. Like, at that point, I still, Trump hadn't signed that executive order, so I was still on the fence with him. I was aware of the drops, but I was nowhere near diving into it. So it's important to point that out, that this is really, really early on. This is before the tippy top was asked in January and given on Easter 3 months later. So, these guys were catching on right away.
Yes.
Like 6 weeks in. It's amazing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, guys, let's continue with Donald J. Trump. Let me see if I can line it up perfectly so I have some real estate for this drop. No, I don't. Okay, guys, let me find a way to to have the crumbs in there. Let's continue with Trump because I got 1.5 hours left, guys, before I gotta make some dinner for beautiful Mrs. Grasshopper, who has a little baby coming up, guys.
Their own hypersonic rocket. Oh, we can use you. We're building them right now.
Boom.
We had ours stolen.
Stolen, guys.
We are the designer of it. We had it stolen during the
Coming soon to a
Obama
theater near you.
administration. They stole it. You know who stole it? The Russians stole it. Something bad happened. But we're the designer of it, and we're now building them, and lots of them. And earlier this year, they launched it into space, setting a world record for amateur rocketry. Can't get you in there fast enough. This class excelled not only mentally but also physically last January when more than 1,000 cadets volunteered for an 18.5-mile march on a freezing winter night. Cadet Chris Verdugo completed the task in 2 hours and 30 minutes flat, smashing the internet.
What did he say?
Tonight, Cadet Chris.
Wait.
Physically last January when more than 1,000 cadets volunteered for
1,000. Okay. 1,000. Epstein. These people. Okay. Age. Okay. Let's see.
18.5-mile march on
18 and a half. So there's 18,185. 18 and a half. Okay. So we got Epstein, right? We got Epstein right over here with 1,000 cadets. And then the next drop was 158, 185. That is showing you the Rothschilds, right? The Y hats. And then he's mentioning
on a freezing winter night, Cadet Chris Verdugo completed the task in 2 hours and 30 minutes.
2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, guys. Let me see. 2:30. Okay. Future probes will be relayed here. Okay, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Interesting. Let me see. That is how many minutes? 120, 150. 150. Oh, dude. That is good. You know, guy, check it out. So he was saying 1,000 cadets bring you to Epstein, right? These people are stupid. Then he's saying 18 and a half, right? That is 18.5, bringing you to the Rothschilds. And then he finishes it in 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours are 120 minutes plus 30 minutes equals 150 minutes, you know, and that talks about the Rothschilds again. The stress calls to others will do you and your family, this family, no good at this stage. We know where you and the family are at all times, and we can hear you breathing, right? With a beautiful military stringer. So interesting, right? Epstein, you know, the cookie jar, right? The honeypot, you know, the Rothschilds and LDR, Lynn the Rothschild, right? Interesting, right? See how that works? I like it. Okay, guys, let's continue.
Minutes flat, smashing the.
Let's see that again, guys. Let's see that again.
Excelled not only mentally but also physically last January when more than 1,000 cadets volunteered for an 18.5-mile march on a freezing winter night. Cadet Chris Verdugo completed the task in 2 hours and 30 minutes flat, smashing the international record for the competition by 13 minutes.
13 minutes. Okay, guys.
Where is he? Come up here. Come up here, Chris.
So 13 minutes.
Here,
Now think about the timing of POTUS traveling to China.
by 13 minutes.
Boom.
Come here, Chris. I want to see this guy.
10:25.
Say something. Come here. Come here.
Beautiful. This is a shout out from Q to the Annals, right? We sincerely appreciate the 1025. Your kind words and appreciation. It means more than you know. Each one, read in full. We are in this together. Where we go, one we go all. 2018 will be glorious. God bless, right? And we all know from those crumbs from Dan Scavino that 2018 will be glorious was an upcoming 6-year delta, right? Again, we If you've been watching our shows, you know what that is all about. But again, let's continue. What Trump is celebrating this wonderful patriot.
It's been a long 5 years, but I couldn't have done it with any of these guys. Love you guys all. Thank you.
Say something nice to Trump, man.
That's great. Keep it going, Chris. That really is a definition of Army strong, isn't it? The international.
Army strong, peace
This
through
class
strength.
includes 513.
And he's saying, you know, that rocket was stolen by Russia, right? Peace through strength.
Graduates who completed
513. Okay, there's that drop again, right? Interesting.
Air Assault School, 70 who completed Airborne School, 8 who made it through the Ultra Elite Army Diver School, among the most difficult and grueling programs anywhere on Earth. That includes the first 2 women in West Point history to complete diver school, cadets Megan Cooper and Clara Saber. Where are you? Stand up. Where are they? Wow, great job.
What? So he's saying 8, right? He was saying 70, right? He was saying 70 and 8, right? Let's go back a little bit.
Love you.
International. This class includes 513 graduates who completed Air Assault School, 70 who completed Airborne School, 8 who made it.
See that? There's the 8. I gotta thank Miss Grasshopper. She just made me a sandwich. Thank you, sweetie. So yeah, so let's listen to that back. 513, 70, and then he's mentioning 8, and he's saying, where are they? Where are they, right?
70 who completed Airborne School, 8 who made it through the
8, right? And drop 8 is saying, where is Huma, right?
Ultra Elite Army Diver School, among the most difficult and grueling programs anywhere on Earth. That includes the first 2 women in West Point history to complete diver school.
2 women, guys. Clinton, Huma.
And Clara Saber. Where are you? Stand up.
Where are they?
Where are they?
See that? Where are they? Where's Clinton? Where's Huma, right? The 2 women. Double meanings, guys. Do you see what's going on here? He's mentioning 8 as last, right? He's talking about Hillary Clinton and Huma. Where are they?
Where are you? Stand up.
The 2 women, Huma and Hillary.
Where are they?
Interesting, right?
Wow, great job. That is not easy. Congratulations, Megan, Clara.
Photos will be up all night.
Well done.
Watch the news tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Some of you achieved a different kind of distinction here at the Academy, including 7 century men who completed 100 hours of marching.
There is, he's talking about 7, right? Including 7 and drop 7. We're saying, why wasn't Hillary prosecuted for her emails? Because indicting Hillary Clinton would lead to indict Obama, right? Which could never happen back then, right? First, we had to go through 4 years of Biden, them attacking Trump, trying to get him in jail. Now the precedent has been set, right? For Trump to be voted back in, you know, have Americans behind the America First agenda and say, Trump, clean this stuff up. Now the indictments can happen, right? So interesting, guys.
Men who complete distinction here at the Academy, including 7 century men who completed 100 hours of marching for disciplinary, infractions. No, don't tell me I'm doing this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you like to stand up? I don't know. I think I saw Chris standing up. Chris, what's going on here? But you had one good, one not so good, right, Chris? Can't believe Chris is standing up. But we want everyone to leave here today, Chris, so you're going to be okay because I'm going to do something with a clean slate. So in keeping with
clean
tradition,
slate,
I
guys.
hereby
Loud and
pardon
clear.
all
Beautiful, guys. Clean slate. Loud and clear, guys. 5x5. Q plus 1028, guys. Clean slate.
cadets leave here today, Chris, so you're going to be okay because I'm going to do something with a clean slate.
Boom.
So in keeping with tradition, I hereby pardon all cadets on restriction for minor conduct offenses effective immediately. So you're all okay.
Boom time. Pardon, guys. Loud and clear. Have fun, guys. Jojo Guns. J-Tron, we love you.
The class
Highlander.
of 2025
Moose.
is a lot to be proud of, including your first-rate athletes and athletics. You are something. I've been watching too. I love the sports stuff. What you've done is pretty amazing. Last year, for the first time ever, Army lacrosse became the #1 ranked men's lacrosse team in the entire country. Those of you on the team, stand. That's a big honor. Stand. Great. That's a tough sport, too. That's #1 in the country. Your
Fast
sophomore
movers.
year, Army football beat Navy 2017. And the next year, you did it again, beating Navy 17-11.
Boom.
and
17-11,
dominating Air
guys.
Force 23-3.
17-11? Wait a minute.
Well, he even
Seven-
said 17 before.
Yeah. Interesting. Wait a minute.
Got a double 17.
Yeah. Beautiful. Wait a minute.
That's a tough sport, too. Great. That's a tough sport, too. That's #1 in the country. Your sophomore year, Army football beat Navy 2017.
Yeah.
And the next year, you did it again, beating Navy 17-11.
Boom. 17-11, guys. What?
Ah, I said boom.
Yeah. This is 2017. Interesting, guys. Okay. Shall we play a game? Isn't he talking about sports?
Yeah, football.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Shall we play a game? Right? They're winning 17-11. And what was it again?
And dominating Air Force 23-3.
2017.
Yeah, no, 23-3. Okay. So 23-3. Okay. Military stringer of Q coming back. From 8chan to 4chan to 8chan. Okay. Interesting.
But this year, the Black Knights fought your way into the top 20 nationally and racked up your longest winning streak since 1949 with the help of graduating quarterback cadet Bryson Daly, or as you call him, Captain
1949.
America. Captain America. Stand up, Bryson. Where's Bryson? We got to get him up here, right? Come on, Bryson.
Wasn't he talking about, the Air Force, right? 23-3, right? And this is talking about the Thunderbirds, military aircraft, right? At 10:30. Huh. Shall we play a game? And then 10:30 is talking about the military aircraft. Well, this team won from, the Air Force, right?
Ah.
For year, Army football beat Navy 2017. 17-11 and dominating Air Force.
Boom. Dominating Air Force. There it is, guys. aircraft incident, the military aircraft incident, right at 10:30, the next minute, guys. Interesting. While the other timestamp was saying, "Shall we play a game?" With right over here. 2017 is saying, "Shall we play a game?" He's mentioning Air Force, and then the next timestamp at 10:30 is saying military aircraft. Right? Interesting.
23-3. But this year, the Black Knights fought your way into the top 20 nationally and racked up your longest winning streak since 1949 with the help of graduating quarterback cadet Bryson Daly, or as you call him, Captain America. Captain America. Stand up, Bryson. Where's Bryson? We got to get him up here, right? Come on, Bryson. Come on. Man, oh, man.
Susan Grow, great to see you.
I heard
Highlander.
I heard well, I came to a game and I said, yeah, he can get into the NFL, can he? But he chose this life. And you know what? I think he made a good choice. Come on up here, Bryson. Come on up. Wow.
Okay, guys, I'll be back in a sec.
Go Army football. Shout out the Hogs, H4. Can't wait to graduate. Love you guys.
Well, I just tapped his shoulders like I hit a piece of steel. Guy's in good shape. There's a reason, there's always a reason for success. Thank you, Bryson. At a time when other top college quarterbacks were thinking about going pro, Bryson's mind was on something else. As he told an interviewer earlier this year, "I'm focused on my career as an infantry officer." That's what he wants to do.
War.
So, Bryson, you did the right thing, and that's service at its finest. Thanks, Bryson. That's amazing. He's an amazing guy with an amazing team. Each of you on the field today is among the most talented members of your generation. You could have done anything you wanted. You could have gone anywhere. You could have gone to any school. This is one of the hardest schools to get into. And writing your own ticket to top jobs on Wall Street or Silicon Valley wouldn't be bad, but I think what you're doing is better. Instead of sports teams and spreadsheets and software, you chose a life of service, very important service, instead of stock options. And I do that stuff. It's sort of boring. Honestly, compared to what you're doing, it's real boring. You chose honor and you chose sacrifice. And instead of business suits and dress shoes, you chose muddy boots and fatigues, keeping yourself.
Stay tuned to watch.
Because West Point cadets don't just have the brightest minds, you also have the bravest hearts and the noblest souls. You're amazing people. I could not be more proud to serve you as your commander-in-chief, and our country is doing well. We've turned it around very quickly. We've turned it around. I just got back from the Middle East, and I was at, as you know, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and I will tell you, they said, all three leaders, great leaders of those three nations, they all said the same thing. The United States of America is hotter now than we've ever seen it, and a year ago, it was as cold as it gets, and it's true. It's true. We have the hottest country in the world, and the whole world is talking about it.
Okay, guys, sorry, I had to swallow. Miss Grasshopper made me a sandwich. But guys, check it out. So he's talking about honoring that those nations were honoring America, right? And when you look at this timestamp of 1033, 3301, right? The mirror of it is saying love of country, flags out. So see what Trump is saying here.
The United States of America is
Boom.
hotter now than we've ever seen it. And a year ago,
Love of country.
it was as cold
Beautiful.
as it gets. And it's true.
Flags out,
It's
guys.
true.
Beautiful.
We have the hottest country in the world, and the whole world is talking about it.
Boom.
It's an honor for all of us. I cannot wait to see the glory that is still ahead, however, for the West Point class of 2025, and we're going to help you a lot because we're going to give you a nation as good or better than it ever was. That's what I promise you. All the victories that you've had together on these grounds will soon pale in comparison to the momentous deeds that you'll perform on the mission you're accepting today. And as a future leader of America's Army, and we have that Army geared up, we have ordered, we just went $1 trillion military budget, General. Do you know that? $1 trillion. Some people say, could you cut it back? I said,
Track
I'm not
events.
cutting 10 cents. There's another
We
thing
are in
can
control.
cut. We can cut plenty of others. Right, Dan? We can cut plenty of other things, and you have a good man in Dan.
See that? We are in control.
It's a very different warfare out there today. Now they've introduced a thing called drone. A drone is a little bit different. It makes you have to go back and learn a whole new form of warfare, and you're going to do it better than anybody else. There won't be anybody close. Generation after generation, the men and women of the Army have done whatever it takes to defend our flag, pouring out their blood onto the fields of battle all over the world. And all over the world, you're respected like nobody is respected. Our soldiers have sprinted through storms of bullets, clouds of shrapnel, slogged through miles of dirt and oceans of sand, scaled towering cliffs of jagged rock, and time again, the American soldier has charged into the fires of hell and sent the devil racing in full retreat. No task has ever been too tough for America's Army. And now that 250-year legacy of glory and triumph belongs to you, the 1,000 newest officers of the greatest fighting force in the history of the world. And that's what you are, and that's what you're being thought of. Again, you are the first West Point graduates of the golden age of America. This is the golden age, I tell you. Promise. We're in a new age. This is the golden age. And you are going to lead the Army to summits of greatness that has never reached before. And you see that. You see what's happening. You see what's going on in the world. Each of you is entering the Officer Corps at a defining moment in the Army's history. For at least 2 decades, political leaders from both parties have dragged our military into missions it was never meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. People would say, why are we doing this? Why are we wasting our time, money, and souls in some case? They sent our warriors on nation-building crusades to nations that wanted nothing to do with us, led by leaders that didn't have a clue in distant lands, while abusing our soldiers with absurd ideological experiments here and at home. All of that's ended. You know that. All of it's ended. It's ended strongly, ended.
Beautiful, guys.
Not even
Booms
allowed
and
to
routes.
think about it anymore. They subjected the armed forces to all manner of social projects and political causes while leaving our borders undefended and depleting our arsenals to fight other countries' wars. We fought for other countries' borders, but we didn't fight for our own border, but now we do, like we have never fought before, by the way. But under the Trump administration, those days are over. We're getting rid of the distractions and
Redeem
we're
Patriot.
focusing our
We love you.
military on its core mission, crushing America's adversaries, killing America's enemies, and defending our great American flag like it has never been defended before.
Comms transfer castle. Rick for silent. Q
The
plus.
job of the U.S. Armed Forces is not to host drag shows, to transform foreign cultures.
There
but
it
to
is.
spread democracy
Transform.
to everybody around the world at the point of a gun. The military's job is to dominate any foe and annihilate any threat to America,
Amen.
anywhere, anytime, and any
Elias
place.
Q, we love you.
A big part of that job is to be respected again, and you are, as of right now, respected more than any army anywhere in the world, and that's happening, and I can tell you, you are respected like nobody can believe. As president, I am laser focused on our core
Here we go.
national interests. My preference will
Laser
always be
focused,
to make
guys.
peace and to seek partnership, even with countries where our differences may be profound. As
We
know,
love you,
we're working
Alita.
on a lot of things right now.
Betsy
When I
Bezos.
left office 4 years ago, we had no wars, we had no problems.
Here we go.
We had nothing but success. We had the most incredible economy, the single greatest economy for a president in history. I think we're going to beat it this time by a lot, if you want to know the truth. But we had something going on very special. But if the United States or its allies are ever threatened or attacked, the Army will obliterate our opponents with overwhelming strength and devastating force. That's why my administration has begun a colossal buildup of the United States Armed Forces, a buildup like we've never had before. Peace through strength. You know the term. I've used it a lot. Because as much as you want to fight, I'd rather do it without having to fight. I just want to look at them and have them fold. And that's happening.
Peace through strength, guys.
That's
Beautiful.
happening. And I've approved a $1 trillion investment, and that will be, again, the largest ever in the history of our country. And we are buying you new airplanes, brand new, beautiful planes, redesigned planes, brand new planes, totally stealth planes. I hope they're stealth. I don't know. That whole stealth thing, I'm sort of wondering. You mean if we shape a wing this way, they don't see it, but the other way they see it? I'm not so sure. That's what they tell me. We have the best tanks anywhere in the world. We're going to start shipbuilding again. We're going to start ship. We used to build a ship a day. Now we don't build them anymore. We had a lot of people
Stealth.
that didn't know much
Wait
about
a minute.
getting things built, but that's all I've done in my life is build. We're going to have the best missiles. We already do. Drones and much, much more. And earlier this week, I think you'll like this, I announced that we are officially building all in America, made in America, designed in America. We're the only ones that could do it because we're the only ones with the great technology. We're building the Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland and to protect West Point from attack. And it will be completed before I leave office. And you know, you wouldn't
So
think
interesting that Trump is talking about stealth, right? And stealth is being mentioned 9 times in the Q drops, right? The stealth bomber. When is a B-2 bomber no longer stealth, right? That is an absolute, interesting, right? He's saying, I don't know if you're going to shape a wing like this, they can't see you. But if you shape it in a different way, they can't. I don't know, right? So when is a B-2 bomber no longer stealth? Think public statements made last week. Okay, what must that signal? What is Trump signaling here, right? So they're going public. That is what it means. The B-2 bomber they know exactly what is coming down now. And what is coming down is the Crossfire Hurricane. This is how it all started, guys. With 5.5s, Crossfire Hurricane, FISA, Comey, Hillary, Obama signing off, election interference, guys. This is it. is no longer a stealth bomber. It's now clear as day what is about to drop those bombs, right? Like we had in the timestamps before, right? Booms en route. He's not talking about those stealth planes. I don't know if they're stealth, right? And there it says, right? When is a B-2 bomber no longer stealth? You know? Okay, guys. Opinion is important. Information warfare. A traitor's justice. The B-2 bomber is no longer stealth, guys. We know exactly what they're going to release and where it's going to lead, guys. It's going to lead to a traitor's justice. Just like Trump was retruthing over here. Let me see. Trump was retruthing. Where is it now? Huh? What is over here? He was, huh? Why is that gone? There it is, guys. You know, he was retruthing this one, guys. Oh, shoot, it's gone. That tweet is gone. All roads lead to Obama. Remember that? Why is that thing gone? There is that other one. I'm not sure if my Twitter can find it. Let's see if Twitter is working. Let's go down. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is the live show. Okay, guys. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit. This is where Trump was retruthing a spiritual street fighter, right? Saying, retruth it if you guys are ready for, public military tribunals. All roads lead to Obama. Boom. There it is, guys. Seals broken. So when it's no longer sealed, it is public, right? Seals are wonderful creatures. Heard they work fast, capturing their prey. Prey, guys, giving you, the Lord is faithful and protect you from evil, So beautiful, guys. That is public military tribunals. We all know publicly now where this is going, right? Deliver us from the evil one, right? And as this other one was saying over here, I really like that one. The slayer of the deep state, king to pawn, the timestamp 711 is saying king to pawn, while the delta on May the 18th, right over here, a 5-year delta, 2020, was saying worth remembering. Think chess. Do you attack the king in the beginning or middle to end? Queen protects king. Like we saw in the drops, indicting Hillary would lead to indicting Obama. And then Trump dropped this. Boom. All roads lead to Obama. As we could see in the crumbs, that there were, Comey is in the crosshairs, right? FISA-gate with Comey, McCabe, Hillary, and Obama coming very soon to a theater near you. This is when Trump returned from his trip in the Middle East. And not in the Middle East, those Arab countries, right? Big developments, traders are everywhere. Who knows where the bodies are buried? Donald J. Trump, there will come a time that none of them will be able to walk down the street because their biggest fear is public awakening. And what did Trump drop? Just before we started the show, calling for a great awakening of the United States. And then the very next morning, this could lead to something big. At 5:43, the Great Awakening, guys. So beautiful how this is all coming together, right? Where Trump is talking about the stealth bomber, he doesn't really believe it, right? No, well, jokingly, but he's hinting by saying this. He is hinting to those drops where when is a B-2 bomber no longer stealth, right? Well, I can tell you a B-2 bomber is no longer stealth when it's about to land, right? But again, guys, Public opinion is important. So that is the great awakening, like we were reading in those other drops, right? Those who cannot understand that we first have to do all these things, and bring the public up to speed for what is happening. If you don't know that, you know, uh, only this the public, how do you say that? Um, it must be compelling to avoid a divide, right? But they are, the people have to scream for it. We want to see the Epstein files, right? We want to see justice, right? The public have to be on the same page and then the movement can start moving, right? So public opinion is important. Now we're talking about information warfare, and that would lead to a traitor's justice, right? Transparency brings accountability. Do you see that? Information warfare. Once you make things transparent by declassifying it, having Kash Patel at the FBI releasing that information out to the public, there's your information. That would lead to the accountability, right? Transparency brings accountability. Public opinion is important. See? Okay, guys. Again, so I thought, hey, he's talking about stealth and questioning it. Interesting that. Let me see if there's some. If it is around this time. 11, 11, 10. Okay, so this is 10. 11. This is February, July, December, and August. So we have an August drop regarding stealth, and we got some July drops regarding stealth, right? Again, B2. The B2 bomber, no longer stealth. Exactly what it was saying.
But and much, much more. And earlier this week, I think you'll like this. I announced that we are officially building all in America, made in America, designed in America. We're the only ones that could do it because we're the only ones with the great technology. We're building the Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland and to protect West Point from attack. And it will be completed before I leave office. And you wouldn't think this, but our enemies are very unhappy about it. You've been hearing, you've been reading. Why are they doing that? Why? Well, we're doing it because we want to be around for a long time. That's why we're doing it. We're also restoring the fundamental principle that a central purpose of our military is to protect our own borders from invasion. Our country was invaded for the last 4 years. And they've allowed people to come into our country that shouldn't be here. Criminals walk in, no vetting, no check-in, no nothing. Where are they coming from? And they were taking people out of prisons. They were taking gang members. They were taking the mentally insane and allowing them to come in, and we're getting them out of our country. We have no choice. We're getting them out and bringing them back where they came from.
Destroy the control narrative.
No choice.
Power belongs with the people.
And it's not easy.
Q plus, guys, in the parentheses. We love it.
But hopefully the courts will allow us to continue. We had the greatest election victory. This was November 5th. We won the popular vote by millions of votes. We won all 7 swing states. We won everything. We won 2,750 districts against 505. 2,750.
Shall we play a game?
505. We had a great mandate, and it gives us the right to do what we want to do to make our country great again. And
one
that's what
confirmed.
we're going to do. And on day one, I deployed our military to
Dude.
the southern.
So saying 505, right? And then on day 1. Dude. Listen to that.
Border. 2,750 against 505.
Boom. 505. 505. Marker 1 confirmed. Listen to what Trump is saying.
We had a great mandate, and it gives us the right to do what we want to do to make our country great again, and that's what we're going to do. And on day 1, I deployed our military to the southern border, and since that day, we've reduced the number of
Grassy
illegal
said
border crossings where they used to be
2007.
Yeah, 2,705, right? 50.
2007 and then 50, right?
2,750, you know?
They shouldn't be here. Where are they coming? We're taking, we have no choice. But hopefully the court victory, this votes, we won all 7 swing states. We won everything. We won 2,750 districts.
2,750.
Against 505. 2,750 against 500.
2,750. Huh.
2,750.
Oh, interesting. 2000. 2007. 2000. Yeah. Wait a minute. 2007.
That's the one I see.
Emotions cloud judgment, guys. Whoa. I like that one. You
He's
know?
talking about a mandate.
Yeah. You know, but Huber did this, and Session didn't do that, right? You know, and Q is saying emotions cloud judgment, right? You know, big picture, guys. And look at those numbers. 750, 470. Interesting. 50. So 2007, 50 or 750. Okay, attack on Big Pharma came with a warning letter. Response forthcoming. And let me see, 50. Big drop. How did North Korea obtain uranium 1? Like I told you, right? Clinton Foundation, guys. You know?
Allegedly.
Alice. Yeah, thank you. Allegedly, you know? Think powerful entity. Okay, guys. So,
what about 2,750? 2750.
Yeah, I already showed that. 750
Oh, you did that one
in the beginning, yes. So Trump's statement is brilliant. Deep state loaded the bill. You know, shall we play a game? So
yeah, the
I
great
like
mandate. A great mandate.
A great mandate or a great awakening.
105. We had a great mandate, and it gives us the right to do what we want.
And I like it, guys. He's talking about 505 and then saying at day 1, you know? So 505 saying marker 1 confirmed. And then he confirms it by saying by day 1, guys. Let's listen to that.
Want to do to make our country great again, and that's what we're going to do. And on day 1, I deployed our
See that? Let's see that one more time. Oh.
Of votes. We won all 7 swings. On day 1, I deployed our military. We had a great mandate, and it gives us the right to do what we want to do to make our country great again, and that's what we're going to do. And on day 1, I deployed our military.
Let's see that again. Wait.
We had a great mandate, and it gives us the districts against 505, 2,750 against 505. We had a great mandate, and it gives us the right to do what we want to do to make our country great again, and that's what we're going to do. And on day 1, I deployed our military to the southern border. And since that day, we've reduced the number of illegal border crossings where there used to be hundreds of thousands of people coming into our country a day.
Yo, Sea Breezy. What's up, sister?
We had nobody come in.
We love you.
Week and a half.
Hey, Sea Breezy.
99.999%. 99.999. Think of that. That was with the help of our military. We had one person come in. One. You know why? He got very sick. We brought him through to have him brought to a hospital. One person. And for that, please don't hold me responsible, but that's okay. They did the right thing. Gone are the days where defending every nation but our own was the primary thought. We are putting America first. We have to put America first. We have to rebuild and defend our nation. And very shortly, you're going to see a nation better than it's ever been. And you see that with the trade. For years, we've been ripped off by every nation in the world on trade. We've been ripped off at the NATO level. We've been ripped off like no country has ever been ripped off, but they don't rip us off anymore. They're not going to rip us off anymore. And you're seeing it. You have to watch what we're doing on trade. I
How
know it's
soon,
not your
guys?
primary thing,
We don't
but it's
inform our
quite
enemies on
important
the
in all
specifics.
fairness.
Instead,
But watch.
we
You'll
instill
see what's
fear
going
to
on.
make
Been
unplanned
reading
and
about it over the
disastrous
last
kind
few
of
days.
moves.
We're making deals with other nations that were not even, nobody thought it would be even possible. And the reason is very simple. They respect us again. They're respecting our country
Instill
again. That's
fear.
what you want. In everything we do, we are bringing common sense back to America. It's all about common sense. We can say we're liberal, we're conservative. The new word is progressive. They don't like using the word liberal anymore. That's why I call them liberal. But whatever you are, you know, most importantly, you have to have common sense, because most of it's about common sense when you get right down to it. And we have a lot of people with a lot of very smart people, but they have to have common sense. And we've liberated our troops from divisive and demeaning political trainings. There will be no more critical race theory or transgender for everybody forced onto our brave men and women in uniform, or on anybody else for that matter in this country. And we will not have men playing in women's sports, if that's okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to have to tackle, as an example, Bryson as a man. But I don't think a lot of women want to tackle him. I don't think so. How crazy is it? Men playing in women's sports, how crazy is it? So ridiculous, so demeaning to women. And it's over. That's over. We've ended it. And promotions and appointments will not be based on politics or identity. They'll be based on merit. We won that case in the Supreme Court of the United States. We're allowed to go back to a system of merit.
The red, white, and blue.
We're a merit-based country again today.
So it's still playing. Only Rumble is glitching out of RSBN, the feed. So the video is still running, but we have some interference in the broadcast.
Recruiting shortfalls. And just last year was the worst of all. The last year of the Biden administration. We couldn't get anybody to join our military. We couldn't get anybody to join our police or firefighters. We couldn't get anybody to join anything. And right now, just less than a year later, we just set a brand new peacetime recruiting record. The most people joined, and we are brimming. In fact, be careful. There's somebody going to try and take your job. Be careful. You better be good. We are brimming with confidence, and we're brimming with people.
Be careful, guys.
We had the most best recruiting month that we've had in memory. Nobody remembers anything like it. And that's all because they have spirit now. They have spirit. They have a spirit for our country. And now everybody wants to be doing what you're
religious.
doing. Think of that. So
we got
really
spirits, religious.
And I'm pleased to report that by next week, the Army is expected to surpass its recruiting targets for the entire year, something that hasn't happened in 20
Aiming the gun,
years where
the
we've had
targets.
that. So that's pretty good.
So do you see what Trump is doing here?
A year later, we just set a brand new peacetime recruiting record.
So it's going to turn 1048. Let's do this.
Most people joined, and we are brimming. In fact, be careful. There's somebody going to...
See, be careful, right? So be careful. Be careful at 1048. 1048 is saying risk, right? So be careful. There in the drop, it says risk at 1048, 1048. I hope you guys can see that. Let's continue. So be careful. We have risk.
Try and take your job. Be careful. You better be good. We are brimming with confidence, and we're brimming with people. We had the best recruiting month that we've had in memory. Nobody remembers anything like it. And that's all because they have spirit now. They have spirit.
Religious.
They have a spirit for our country. And now everybody wants to be doing what you're doing. Think of that. So it's really a great honor.
He's talking about the target.
To report that By next week, the Army is expected to surpass its recruiting targets for the
Aiming the
entire
gun.
year, something that hasn't happened in 28 years where we've had that. So that's pretty good.
And 28 is military intelligence,
And
right?
it's nice to know that you're doing something that everybody wants to do, isn't it? Really nice. I hated to hear that. During the campaign, I was hearing that you couldn't get people to enlist, but now we're getting people, and it's sad because we're telling so many people, I'm sorry, we can't do it. My administration is doing everything possible to forge the most powerful military ever built.
There it is.
But
Military
ultimately, the
intelligence.
task of keeping America strong and safe in the years ahead is going to belong to you. Among you are the lieutenants, majors, colonels, and generals who lead the Army for the next 10, 20, 30, and even 40 years. So as Commander-in-Chief, let me offer a few words of advice as you begin your Army careers. And I thought I'd do this, and I can make this to a civilian audience or to a military audience. It's pretty much the same. And I did this recently at Ohio State, and they really liked it. I gave them a little advice as to what I see for what you want to do and some tips. And first of all, and you've already done it, different from civilians, they're making their decision right now. You've already made your decision. I love your decision. You have to do what you love. You have to do what you love. If you don't love it, you'll never be successful at it. And you've done this, and you really, many of you in the audience, many of you that are graduating, you come from military backgrounds or you love the military. It's what you
So
want
it's
to do.
interesting. He's going to do a little inspirational speech, right? At 10:50 and drop 10:50. It's an anno saying, "Hey Q, thank you for making my terrible day a little bit better," right? And then asking, "Do you think that POTUS, Donald J. Trump, could give us a confirmation, a kind of a symbolic hug, sending prayers and love, Godspeed, and Q's coming back. Stand strong, Patriots together," right? So interesting that he's going to do an inspirational speech, and this anon is asking for a confirmation, something like a symbolic hug, right? And Q is saying, stand together, Patriots together. Beautiful. And he's going to do an inspirational speech, right? So let's listen to Trump.
It's what you want to talk about. One thing I see about people that love the military, that's all they want to talk about. I'll be out to dinner and generals, if they love their job, usually the only good ones are the ones that want to talk about it all the time. But if they talk, that's what they want to talk about. I really, very rarely see somebody who's successful that doesn't love what he or she does. You have to love what you do. In your case, the military is what you chose, and I'll tell you what, you cannot go wrong. You're going to see it too. You're going to love it more and more with time. I work all the time. That's all I do is I work, whether it's politically or before that. I was a very good businessman.
Love, guys. He's talking about love. The drop is talking about love.
I loved it. I learned from my father a little bit. My father was a happy guy, and all he did was work. He'd work Saturdays.
We're fighting for freedom.
Sundays.
Strength test.
And he was a happy guy. He just loved life. And I learned that. I say, it makes him happy. I've seen other people that never work, and they're not happy. You got to love it. Otherwise, you won't be successful. In the Army, there are a lot of different paths you can take. So follow your instincts and make sure that you take the path that you love, that you're doing something that you love within your military. You will be happier, and the Army will be far stronger for it. Second is to think big. Always think big. If you're going to do something, you might as well think big, do it big, because it's just as tough, and sometimes it's a lot easier thinking big than doing a small task that's more difficult. One of your greatest graduates, General Eisenhower, used to say, whenever I run into a problem that I can't solve,
think big, guys. Birth of a new nation, a new world.
More of it. If you're going to solve a problem, it might as well be a big problem as opposed to a small problem that lots of people can take advantage of.
Absolutely, guys. Take on a big problem instead of a small problem. Like this Anna was saying, I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States in close combat. And Q is saying, You know, your trust and faith in us is enough. You elected us to do the heavy lifting. Enjoy the show. Dream big, right? Birth of a new nation, a new world. So, how beautiful. This is all coming together during the timestamps and what Trump is saying right here.
Advantage of and solve. So you can achieve something really amazing. Think big.
Birth of a new nation.
Though, you got to do this. Brain power you have to have. Potential you have to have. But to be really successful, you're always going to have to work hard. An example is a great athlete, Gary Player, great golfer. He wasn't as big as the other men that were playing against him, great, big, strong guys. Gary was a smaller guy. I don't want to say too small. He's a friend of mine. He gets a little angry at people because he hits the ball just as far. He said, I hit the ball further than them. Why am I small? But he worked very, very hard. He was always doing exercise. He was well ahead of his time. He never stopped. He won 168 golf tournaments. He won 18 majors, 9 regular and 9 on the senior tour. 18 with 168. That's the most tournaments internationally, the most tournaments anybody's ever won. But he made a statement years ago, and I heard it. He's the first one. I think I've heard it a couple of times since, but he was the first. He said it's funny.
So interesting that he's mentioning the 168, talking about Red October, follow the map, right? And then he talks about 16 that is saying, grab the popcorn. AG Sessions cannot look like an impartial player out to get all former Obama team members, right? So that's interesting, right?
The harder I work, the luckier I get. And think of that, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And he worked hard, and you're working hard, and the harder you work, the luckier you're going to get. Fourth is, don't lose your momentum. Momentum's an amazing thing. Keep it going. I tell a story sometimes about a man who was a great, great real estate man. He was a man who was admired for real estate all over the world, actually, but all over the country. He built Levittowns. He started as a man who built one house. Then he built 2, then he built 5, then he built 20, then he built 1,000, then he built 2,000 and 3,000 a year. And he got very big, very big. He was great at what he did. You see him all over the country still, Levittowns. This was a long time ago, but he was the first of the really, really big home builders. And he became very rich, became a very rich man. And then he decided to sell. He was offered a lot of money by a big conglomerate, Gulf and Western, big conglomerate. They didn't do real estate. They didn't know anything about it, but they saw the money he was making. They wanted to take it to a public company. And they gave him a lot of money, tremendous amount of money, more money than he ever thought he'd get. And he sold this company, and he had nothing to do. He ended up getting a divorce, found a new wife. Could you say a trophy wife? I guess we can say a trophy wife. It didn't work out too well, but it doesn't, and that doesn't work out too well, I must tell you. A lot of trophy wives doesn't work out. But it made him happy for a little while at least. But he found a new wife. He sold his little boat and he got a big yacht. He had one of the biggest yachts anywhere in the world. He moved for a time to Monte Carlo and he led the good life. And time went by and he got bored. And 15 years later, the company that he sold to called him and they said, the housing business is not for us. You have to understand, when Bill Levitt was hot, when he had momentum, he'd go to the job sites every night. He'd pick up every loose nail. He'd pick up every scrap of wood. If there was a bolt or a screw laying in the ground, he'd pick it up and he'd use it the next day in putting together a house. But now he was spoiled and he was rich. He was really rich. And they called and they said, this isn't for us, this business. We do other things. Would you like to buy it back? We'll sell it back to you cheap. And they did. He bought it. He bought it he thought he made a great deal, and he was all excited. But it was 15 years later, he lost a lot of momentum. Remember the word momentum. And he lost everything. It just didn't work. He lost everything. And I was sitting at a party on Fifth Avenue one night, a long time ago, and you had the biggest people in New York, the biggest people in the country, all in that party, and they were all saluting each other, how great they were. They were all telling each other, I'm greater than you. Gets to be really, gives you a headache sometimes. But they had all these people, they're telling their own stories about how fantastic. A cocktail party, and I looked over, and I was doing well. I was invited to the party, so I had to be doing well. I was very, very young. But I made a name in real estate, and I looked over, and at the party, sitting in a corner all by himself, nobody was talking to him, was Mr. Levitt. He had just gone bankrupt, lost everything. He had lost everything, his home, everything. And I went over and talked to him because he was in the real estate business, and I loved real estate. And I said, hello, Mr. Levitt, how are you? He said, hello, Donald, it's nice to meet you. He knew me from being in the business. I said, so how's it going? He goes, not well. It's really not going well, as you've probably read. It's been a very, very tough period for me, son. I said, so what happened? It's just anything you can do? He goes, no, there's not a thing I can do. He said, I'll never forget. He said, I've lost my momentum. I just didn't have it. I used to have it, but I lost my momentum. So it's a story I tell, and you have to know when you have the momentum, but sometimes you have to also know when you've lost the momentum. And leaving a field sometimes, leaving what you're doing sometimes is okay. But you got to have momentum, but you have to know if that momentum's gone. You have to know when to say it's time to get out. And it's a very sad story. I remember that story so well, like it was yesterday.
Operator standing
You have
by.
to have the courage to take risks and to do things differently. Eisenhower, again, was threatened with court-martials as a young officer for advocating a new doctrine of tank warfare. Billy Mitchell was thrown out of the Army for pioneering the use of air power. They said, what do you mean air power? Don't be ridiculous. People willing to try and do things differently. It's never going to be easy for them, but they're the ones that are going to really do the important things. They're the ones who are going to make history. So don't be ashamed and don't be afraid. This is a time of incredible change, and we do not need an officer corps of careerists and yes men and people that want to keep it going the way it's been, because it changes rapidly, especially what you're doing. Because believe it or not, you're in a business and profession where things change as rapidly like warfare, the type of warfare. Unfortunately, we're getting to see it with Russia and Ukraine, and we're studying it, and it's a very terrible thing to study. But we're seeing the different forms of warfare. We're seeing the drones that are coming down at angles and with speed and with precision. We've never seen anything like it. We've never seen anything like it, and we're learning from it. But your profession changes very rapidly. You've got to be at the top of it. You've got to be right at the head of the needle. We need patriots with guts and vision and backbone who take personal risks to ensure that America wins every single time. We want to win our battles. You know, I defeated ISIS in 3 weeks. They told me it would take 5 years. And the general that did it, you know that story, was named Raisin Kane. His name is Dan Kane.
Beautiful, right? Military Intelligence, 11 a.m.
His name is Raisin Kane. I love that. Is that
Regis Trop.
That's what they call me, sir. I love you, General. I think you're the guy I'm looking for. I want to know a guy named Raisin Kane, and he is now the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And he's a highly respected man. And we defeated, think of it, ISIS. They said, how long in Washington? Sir, it will take 4 years to defeat them, maybe 5. And maybe we won't, because they're all over the place. And then I met a man that said we can do it in 3 weeks, and he did it, 3 weeks. And that's why he's the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff right now.
Enough is enough.
And we did things that nobody thought were possible. We've had great military success. when you have the right leader and you have the right people, and we have the right people, you're going to have tremendous success. Six, never lose your faith in America and the American people, because they're always going to be there for you. I went through a very tough time with some very radicalized, sick people, and I say I was investigated more than the great, late Alphonse Capone. Alphonse Capone was a monster. He was a very hardened criminal. I went through more investigations than Alphonse Capone, and now I'm talking to you as president. Can you believe this? Can you believe it?
And now it's gonna restore The Rock.
So you
Right,
gotta
Lance?
fight hard. You gotta never give up. And don't
That's why I
let
think
bad
he always
people
talked about it.
take you
And like I think to myself, I was always thinking like, how awesome would it be, to make Gitmo some kind of zoo, right? But you can, go with your children there and see all the bad guys, right? Like see Adam Schiff sitting there, right, eating cockroaches, right? But how better would it be to have it, in San Francisco, right? In in Pelosi's garden, right? That would be
And
epic,
Schiff.
Yeah, look, put him there, man. You're already there. Newscom, while you're at it, put him there. You can just like go to Disney World instead of going to Disneyland. You go to The Rock, and just watch them, yeah, in their prison cells, right? Like a caged animal. That would be nice.
down. You gotta let them, you gotta take them down. Got a lot of bad people out there, and those people, you have to figure it out. But you also have a lot of great people. Finally, hold on to your culture and your traditions, because that's what makes something really great. And that's what's made the Army great. The culture and the tradition. Whether we're talking about a battalion, a business, a sports team, or even a nation, history has shown that in many ways, culture is destiny. So do not let anyone destroy the culture of winning. You have to win.
Together you are
Winning
strong.
is a beautiful thing.
Don't forget how to play.
Losing, not for us.
People have the
Not for
power.
us, not for anybody here. If it was, you wouldn't be here. From the earliest days of our nation, this supreme tradition of American military service has been passed down from soldier to soldier and generation to generation, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. Graduating today is Cadet Ricky McMahon, Ricky's great-grandfather. Stand up wherever you are, Ricky, because you're going to like this.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky's great-grandfather.
Yo, B-Kids, we
served
love
in
you.
World War
Skittles,
I.
happy birthday.
His grandfather served in World War II, and his uncle, father,
Skittles is
and
saying,
mother
love you, B-Kid.
all graduated
Love you
from
guys.
West Point. Where is Ricky? In 2004, when Ricky was just a little tiny boy, who would think about that, Ricky, a little tiny boy? His dad, Lieutenant Colonel Michael McMahon, made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation in Afghanistan. Today, Lieutenant Colonel McMahon rests not far from here in the West Point Cemetery. Last year, 2 decades after losing his father, Ricky placed a gold chip from his dad's 1985 class ring into a crucible along 87 other rings were with it, of past West Point grads that were melted down to forge those now worn by the class of 2025. Do you all know that? Do you know that? What you're wearing? I want one. Ricky, I want one.
Did he say 87? 87 rings?
After losing his father, Ricky placed a gold chip from his dad's 1985 class ring into a crucible along 87.
There it is, guys. 87 rings. My signatures all reference upcoming events that are about to drop if this hasn't been caught on. Snow White, Godfather 3. Doesn't he talk about his father, right? And the rings, right? There's the father. My signatures all reference upcoming events about to drop if this hasn't been caught on. Interesting, guys. 1985?
He placed a gold chip from his dad's 1985 class.
1985. Ha! There it is, guys. 1985 is showing you QAnon, right? Nothing to see here. And then the 87 is saying my signatures are reference upcoming events if this hadn't been going on. So interesting, guys. At 11:04, when you look at, yes, this is a good one. So, guys, check it out. He's saying 87, you know, and 1985, that is bringing you to QAnon, right? So 19, dude, wait, something's going, what's up? So 1985 is bringing you to QAnon, right? Nothing to see here. Then he's saying 87 rings. My signatures all reference upcoming events about to drop if this hasn't been caught on. And then you look at the time, 11:04. Well, 4011, the mirror is bringing you to 4011. Crossfire Hurricane, guys. This is coming out next week. Before the end of the month, Cash Patel will release Crossfire Hurricane files that hasn't been seen before, right? Crossfire Typhoon, crosswinds. Transparency brings accountability. The calm before the storm, guys. You didn't think that the statement by POTUS regarding the calm before the storm was just random now, did you? Right? Dude, Crossfire Hurricane, Crossfire Typhoon, Crosswind, guys. Ooh, unredacted, guys. Woo! Epic. The calm before the storm. My signatures all reference upcoming events about to drop. And what is going to drop? Crossfire Hurricane before the end of the month. Like we showed you over here in our tabs. Right over here. There it is. The information was never examined or understood because it was far too complicated, even unimaginable. This was never about an FBI-driven investigation. And there it says, right, FBI Director Cash Patel announced that by the end of this month, he'll be releasing through Congress a new batch of Crossfire Hurricane Russiagate documents that were hidden by the prior FBI leadership. Huh? Prior? You mean Comey? Yeah. You mean McCabe? Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Queen protects king, guys. You know, why wasn't Hillary prosecuted for emails? Because indicting Hillary would lead to indicting Obama, right? Interesting, isn't it? There it is, guys. There it is. Queen protects king. King to pawn. Trump, the slayer of the deep state, guys. Hashtag 17. Isn't this when Trump dropped his first West Point video, right? At 11:33, hashtag 17, right? Do you see what kind of crumbs we are deriving from this? You see? Crossfire Hurricane. My signatures all reference upcoming events that are about to drop if this hasn't been going on. Crossfire Hurricane. King protects Queen. And there it is, guys. Cash Patel. Crossfire Hurricane, a new batch of unseen, hidden away by the prior FBI leadership in a room where people weren't allowed into, right? Big week ahead, guys. Ooh. Next week will be shocking to millions. This is why you're watching the show, guys. You know, Trump, like drop 316 is saying, the important point is justice, right? This is proving that the Q drops are real, and that justice is being served, right? So, and Q was saying timestamps. How many clues must we provide? Listen to what Trump is saying, what words, at what time. Go to the drops. Look at the numbers that he's spitting out there, right? And connect those markers, right? Now you got something. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Let's go through the last few minutes because I got 19 minutes left before I gotta make Miss Grasshopper some dinner. So we have to keep pushing, guys.
Last ring into a crucible along 87 other rings were with it of past West Point grads that were melted down to forge those now worn by the class of 2025. Do you all know that? Do you know that? What you're wearing? I want one. Ricky, I want one. Each of you will carry Michael's memory with you always as you continue the legacy he gave you and gave
The
you
whole world is
something
watching.
that would be so proud. He would be so proud. He is proud as he looks down. To Ricky and his mom, Jeanette, you embody.
Dude, and this drop is also talking about the FBI, right? And it talks about the dossier and it talks about the FBI. The whole world is watching. While we have our, my signatures, like the gap codes or the timestamps or the spaces or the words that he is, highlighting, are showcasing, future events like the Crossfire Hurricane release, right? There is your FBI. There is your dossier, right? Interesting. Bruce Orr. This is all FISA, guys. Huh. The Indiana Rally. The world is watching.
What this place is all about, and I know Michael, he's up there, he's smiling broadly, so proud. He's so proud of you today, you know that. And he's a man that couldn't be, and he is a man that couldn't be more proud. And I want to I just love that story. And everybody's ring, they're going to remember you, they're going to remember your family, and most importantly, you're going to remember a great tradition. It's a great tradition of West Point and of winners. Thank you very much. It's great to meet you. Thank you. You can sit down. You want to come up? If you want to come up, come up. Come on up. Come on up here. That's nice. You're a handsome guy. They're all good looking here. I don't know.
Trust POTUS.
The whole crowd is beautiful. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank my mother. I'd like to thank my family. And I'd like to thank G3, Go Gophers.
These are good-looking people, I'll tell you, General. What's going on over here? Look like all a bunch of male models. I can't stand it. For 2.5 centuries, our republic has endured because of heroes like Michael. They've laid down their lives for
I thought he was going to say they look like a bunch of central casting, right?
Yeah. Me too.
I was waiting for it.
Absolutely well done. Yes.
Flag of freedom.
He switched it up on that one.
Yorktown. From Gettysburg to Sicily.
Sicily.
And from Incheon to Fallujah.
Whoa.
Has been won.
Sorry.
What's up?
He did say from Gettysburg
to Sicily.
To Sicily. Okay, he did say Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, once we're done with this, before we go, there is something that Skittles wants to share with us. So
okay,
it's not a long clip, but since he brought up Gettysburg, I figured,
and it's his birthday,
and it is
we're
his
gonna
birthday.
play your clip. Yes, we're gonna play your clip. Okay, guys. If it is music, we have to cut the YouTube into the X.
No music. No
okay,
music.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Gettysburg. Donald J. Trump at 11:07 from Gettysburg to Sicily. The beautiful speech.
Saved by an unbroken chain of soldiers and patriots who ran to the sound of the guns, leapt into the maw of battle, and charged into the crucible of fire to seize the crown of victory, no matter the odds, no matter the cost, no matter the danger. All over the world, our soldiers have made sacred the ground where they shed their blood and showed their valor. from Seminary Ridge to San Juan Hill, Bellawood, Omaha Beach, Leyte Gulf, and Ardennes Forest, Chosin Reservoir, all over, and even a place called Pork Chop Hill. And in all of those battles and so many more, some of the best, brightest, and bravest have come from right here at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, one of the great fabled places anywhere in the world. America's Army has never failed us, and with leaders like the West Point class of 2025, the Army will never fail. We will never let you down.
Like clockwork, you have been prepared. Jason of TGA, great to see you, my friend.
I had the honor of speaking to the heads of
Stefan,
many countries.
101.
And they would say, 2 weeks ago, they said,
Joe Jedinak, awesome to see you, my friend.
they said, sir, we're celebrating the victory today of World War II. And I said, wow, that's nice. Then I'd call another one, unrelated. Sir, we're celebrating the victory of World War II. Then I called up President of France on something also unrelated. He said, sir, we're celebrating our victory over World War II. I said, whoa, whoa, what have we here? We helped them a lot. And I had this. Russia, talked to Putin about ending that terrible war that's going on. And he said they're having a big victory march. And they did lose, in all fairness, 51 million people. But they were all celebrating. The only country that wasn't celebrating was the United States of America. And I said, isn't it amazing? We were the ones that won the war, and we were helped. We were helped. In some cases, we had to help them. But we were helped by some of the nations, and we were strongly helped by a couple of them.
Canada.
But every one of them was celebrated. They had Victory Day. They called it Victory Day in Europe, Victory Day all over. And we weren't even thought about. Nobody had a Victory Day, and so I named that special day and another special day from now on as a holiday, but a holiday where we work, because we don't have enough days. We're going to be having so many holidays, we're not going to be able to work anymore. But I named it for World War II, and a separate day in November, as you know, for World War I. I said, you know, all of these countries that participated in the war are celebrating, but the greatest country of them all, and the country that won the war, nobody even talked
Military
about.
start, guys.
So we're gonna
Big
be
month.
talking about it too from now on.
11/11.
I think you'll appreciate it. We won the First World War. We
Military
won the
start.
Second World War. And you know where we won them from? Right here at West Point. West Point won the war. You won 2 world wars and plenty of other things. But you think of it. We don't want to.
This is drop 11/11, guys.
But we won the First World War. We won the Second World War right here from West Point. And that's something. And we're going to be talking about it. You know, they can talk about it. And in some cases, as you know, they didn't do too much to help. They were ground down, but they were celebrating victory. No, we're going to celebrate victory because we're the ones that won that war.
Boom.
Standing before you today, I know that you will never stop. You will never quit. You will never yield. You will never tire. You will never, ever, ever surrender. Never give up. Remember that. Never give up. That's another little factor I could have added. Never, ever give up. Raise your right hand. I pledge I will never, ever give up. You can never give up. You can never give up. If you do, you're not going to be successful, because you'll go through things that will be bad. You're going to have great moments. You're going to have bad moments. You can never give up. Through every challenge and every battle, you'll stand strong. You'll work hard. You'll stay tough. And you will fight, 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 and win, win, win.
And the crowd goes wild.
So I want to just congratulate you all. I'm going back now. to deal with Russia, to deal with China. What's that all about? That's it. And to get you lots of victories. We're going to keep winning. This country is going to keep winning. And with you, the job is easy. I want to thank you all. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
The start, guys.
God bless you
Learn
all.
outcomes.
Incredible people. Thank
Beautiful,
you very
guys.
much, everybody.
He's going to talk to Russia, to China. Learn outcomes to start, guys. The strike will be fast. Let's keep playing. There's Donald J. Trump, guys. I got 8 minutes left. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing for the presentation of the class gift. The class president, Cadet Catherine LaRue, will present a panoramic photo of the class of 2025 to the president.
Wow.
On behalf of the class of 2025, I would like to present you with this class photo as a token of appreciation for your inspiring words today.
Thank you very much.
Ah, sweet. What a beautiful moment, guys. West Point, guys. Historic. 11:14. Oh, guys. So again, remember 316, you know, the keywords of Trump at specific timestamps, right? This is rounding off now at 11:14 and 11:14 while we play the clip. 11:14 is showing you, you know, Q is basically creating a circular flow diagram that can be referenced and cross-checked with news releases. Q cannot just disclose specifics about situations or operations without violating security protocols. Instead, they drop questions, statements that lead to answers that can be understood once the subject becomes public. This provides the validation necessary for the public to believe the Great Awakening is legit and Q is real, right? Exactly dovetailing with drop 316 why we are, you know, decoding these public events of Donald J. Trump. Walking off stage at 11:15. Okay, guys. What a man. What a mighty good man. Okay, guys. Donald J. Trump. Beautiful, guys. Let me see when he leaves the camera. Uh, 62 cadets, right? West Point graduates. 31 on each side. $11.16. He was talking to China, right? 11:16. Good start, China, guys. Thank you, Xi. Interesting, right? He's going to talk with Russia. He's going to talk with China. He walks off stage behind the curtain at 11:16. There he goes. Gone. 11:16, guys. Interesting. I'm going to talk with Russia and China, guys. Good start. Thank you. Okay, guys. Durf, you wanted to show something really quick because I got 5 minutes left.
Well, we've got a nice, I'll say it. We've got a nice little 2-minute, 20-second video from Skittles, who wanted to show us something that was happening today in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So thank you for sharing that. Just posted the link in the chat.
Okay, guys. And give Skittle a follow, guys. Wish him a happy birthday.
And look at how many people are watching right now on X.
What? Oh, nice one, guys. 1777. We love you guys. Okay, let's have a little look what is going on there in Gettysburg.
Okay, we're going into the Gettysburg Circle.
Hey, the Skittle.
We have a protest going on for Trump. It's a protest against Trump. Yeah, happy birthday to me.
Yeah, it's a protest against Trump. Yeah. And notice that they're
This
mostly
beacon.
old people. I
Look
bet
at
your mom's in this.
She probably is. Yeah, it's all old people protesting.
What did that woman say? She said something about Trump. Sounded like she said fuck Trump.
Well, there's people
Look,
blowing their horn.
look, they're getting it in your face. She's saying, go Trump.
Oh my.
Yowza.
Oh, call the cops. We're gonna call the cops. We're gonna drive through the circle. That's awesome. That woman said, "Go Trump," and they started screaming. That woman put that sign right in that woman's face. And her husband said,
Wow.
Shit.
Wow. Defend democracy. We're not a democracy.
We're a republic.
We are a republic, not a democracy. Republic.
Get your history straight. You should know better.
He gave me a thumbs up. That's why I had to repeat myself.
Republic.
You guys are lost. We're losing our allies because one man's ego. Wow. Get your head out of your ass, buddy.
They ain't our allies if they're charging us more money.
This makes my heart race. This is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Terrorists will destroy this country?
Terrorists. This is about the terrorists.
Oh my gosh.
Terrorists will destroy the country. That's funny.
Yeah, legal immigrants. We're not a democracy. We're not a democracy.
Maybe terrorists will destroy this country, not terrorists.
Yeah. 9/11. Yeah.
Today.
That's not as big as I thought it was when I came through the first time.
Yeah.
It's because people were walking through and just trying to get through the stupid people standing there with the signs. And it was so
Janine, great to see
when
you.
we first went through. It's crazy.
Well, have a good day, y'all.
Well, Skittle, happy birthday, B-Kid. We love you. Beautiful family, B-Kid and Skittles, guys. We want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful happy birthday. You know, enjoy this beautiful day. And yeah, guys, I have to run really shortly because I gotta make some dinner for Miss Grasshopper. Yes, Lance.
I got a good one.
Okay. Lance on this epic
some
quest.
future proofs past.
Politics with the pandemic? Well, the House Judiciary Committee now investigating a report that Pfizer waited to share the test results of the COVID vaccine in 2020 until after that year's presidential election. What is going on there? We will find out. Welcome to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Dana Perino.
Morning to you on a Friday. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning at home. It was called the medical version of the Manhattan Project, the search for a COVID vaccine.
Say what now?
Topics on the campaign trail back in 20. Unfolding is one of the biggest topics on the campaign trail. Version of the Manhattan Project, the search for a COVID vaccine.
Right.
Version of the Manhattan Project. Version of the Manhattan Project. Version of the Manhattan Project, the search for a COVID vaccine. Unfolding is one of the biggest topics on the campaign trail back in 2020.
Manhattan Project. We're gonna disappear ships. You know.
Scientists who allegedly said that the timing of the announcement on the vaccine findings was no coincidence. Grady Trimble has been tracking.
What Q drop does that remind you of, Grass?
Good morning, Grady.
No coincidence.
Good morning, Dana. Now the House Judiciary Committee is looking into the claims of that former Pfizer scientist. After President Trump won the 2024 election, he allegedly asked his then employer, GSK, to move him out of the country out of fear that Republicans would investigate his involvement in the rollout of the vaccine 4 years earlier. Specifically, the committee alleges that this scientist, whose name is Dr. Philip Dormitzer, told employees at his next job after Pfizer at GSK that when he worked at Pfizer in late 2020, quote, the three most senior people in Pfizer research and development were involved in a decision to deliberately slow down clinical testing so that it would not be complete prior to the results of the presidential election that year.
This is someone working with the government to approve a vaccine who's holding results until after an election, political influence. And at the time, remember the context, it was a scramble to get this vaccine. President Trump was working so hard to get it approved as emergency use authorization.
Was
for the
this
vaccine.
about an election or?
Because that's information, if it was there before the election, should have been made public.
Pfizer tells Fox Business it's going to respond directly to the committee, but that the vaccine development process was driven by science. It goes on to say, we have consistently and transparently reiterated the facts and the timeline of the tireless work of our scientists, regulators, and thousands of clinical trial volunteers who made the vaccine possible. Theories to the contrary,
making a vaccine possible, it came out of a lab, right? So they knew exactly, they didn't have to isolate the virus. They knew exactly what it was.
The former Pfizer scientists in question here by the end of this month. They also want them to schedule transcribed interviews.
Wow. Okay, Lance. Thank you so much.
I mean, the first thing that came to my mind, right, was this about an election or about a virus?
Absolutely.
Right?
Well done. Yes.
Wow.
And there it is, man. Absolutely. You know, and yes. Okay, Durfman, you had one good decode. Drop it. And then I got to run.
One? Geez. Which one?
The one that we talked about on the phone.
Sorry.
It's going to take forever, guys.
Give me a quick second. Let me just the 508. Is that the one? I'm gonna guess that's the one, right? All right. Give me a quick second. Oh. Well, there's been a few, that's why. Sorry. Let me just yeah, there's this is gonna be part of a string in a way.
Okay, well,
because and no, I don't worry, we're not going to show the string. We're just going to show this one because it's kind of cool.
And Trump hasn't posted yet, right? So again, he's leaving it at a beautiful 11:33:55, right? You know, showing us the decodes and then the rally. Okay, guys, drop it. There it is. Boom.
Gotta say, same on X. Right now, everybody's keeping quiet.
Nice.
Stephen Miller reposted, Elon Musk reposted, so we can't tell the timestamps on those, right?
Yes.
So it is what it is, guys. Now, this one was from, let's see, this one was from the 22nd. And why I pointed this one out? Well, because he posted at 5:08:07. And 5:08 is one of those drops that we love because it's telling us the timing between tweets, the missing and replaced letters. Now, and guys, what this is here, it's an anon that is saying this. The anon is saying it's perfect, plausible deniability to the world, yet ultimate confirmation to us. The timing between tweets, the missing, replaced letters. This isn't a game. Trump himself is speaking to us, right? And right beside that, we've got 8:07, the minutes and seconds.
Boom.
8:07 says he hears us, right? This is another anon that's saying he hears us. We've got a picture where we see the I hear you, the little 5x5 there. And yeah, this one, we've got Q actually responding to this one, saying, you are learning our comms.
I like the add-on is saying, we are the artistic field engine the world needs right now, and we feel honored to be part of this, right? This is why you are joining us in the chat, being on Twitter, making your decodes, you know, and Look at what Trump is doing here, guys. We will be with you shortly. Trump is speaking to us. Plausible deniability to the world, yet ultimate confirmation to us. Trump is speaking to us. And the minutes and seconds, I hear you. He's not even speaking to us, he also hears us. Like the drop was saying, each one read in full, right? Beautiful, Durf.
Yeah.
And the truth number, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you. We did have a truth number, which mirrored, gives us 2947. And that drop, if you look very closely, it's an anon that made a picture where we see a to the minute delta.
Mm-hmm.
So we see 1902:46 EST and Donald Trump posting at 7:02 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And Q is saying at what point is it statistically impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
enormous evidence, right? So Q was dropping enormous evidence, and then Trump dropped, right? Interesting, guys.
Yeah. And
while Trump is talking about the mainstream media, right? Meet the press. Trump is talking about the mainstream media, right? So enormous evidence, zero delta, media, meet the press, right? Interesting. Mainstream media, meet the press, zero delta. At what point does it become statistically impossible, guys? Trump himself is speaking to us. I hear you. You are learning our comms. We are the artistic field engine the world needs right now. And we feel honored to be part of this because this is perfect. Plausible deniability to the world. They can say, it's just a coincidence. But ultimate confirmation to us. At what point does it become statistically impossible? Beautiful. A nice little 17-second mark over there. I like it.
And
well
you know
done,
what?
Derv.
You know what? I am sorry. Let's just do this one right quick because we mentioned 1717 in the speech, right?
Yeah.
So very quickly, this is a post by Rapid Response, which these guys are hitting zero deltas left and right. And have a look at my Twitter. I'm posting some of my findings from the last, couple days. I still have a few to post also, so keep an eye. But this one specifically, I wanted to show it because this was posted at 2:17:17. And this is the video in full when Trump was confronting the South African president regarding the white farmers, getting it. And we see that clip is 44 minutes, 20 seconds. And 44:20, do you see what's happening? And meanwhile, 1717 is, do you understand what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of cool. And if you look, just to the bottom left, you'll see that I was just catching 17s left and right on this one, right?
Mm-hmm. Left and right, guys. Left and right.
Like literally, 711 bookmarks, 1,171 reposts. That was funny. So, I don't usually include that extra stuff. I'm trying to conserve space usually, but there was no need to conserve space here. So, yeah, like I said, guys, rapid response 47. Wow, these guys, they're hitting it out of the park, left and right.
Absolutely. Yes.
The 708s and 807s, they came back and confirmed it, and you'll see I'm going to be posting some of that shortly. So, yeah, guys, keep an eye out. Grasshopper, you got to go. I'm going to have to go too. Not that I'm going anywhere, but I gotta. Yeah, it's it'll be my birthday on the 26th. So
awesome, guys.
We're having, family birthday supper tonight. I don't get lasagna, but I still get an amazing meal with some amazing cakes. I think I got a mango cake, uh, pineapple cake,
Yeah.
I think, and a chocolate cake. I get spoiled that way, No lasagna for me, but hey, I got some 2 weeks ago, so I can't complain either, right? Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get ready for that. I gotta finish posting and there's a couple other decodes that I wanted to make that I haven't had time to make yet, so we'll see if I can get those done. Uh, yeah, what a speech today, guys. That was awesome. Um, so yeah, I don't know if did we give Lance his final words? Because
No,
I
no,
I
we're not. You
overstepped.
were doing your decodes first, and
Okay,
so
okay. So that was it, right? So we'll get some more decodes out to you guys, and yeah, uh, what even Flynn got into it with Fletch 17.
mhm.
So that's gonna be that's a little one. Yes, Richard, there's gonna be plenty of cake, and you know, if I can get some out to you, I will. Yeah. Yeah, literal cake, guys.
Okay, guys. I really want to give a few shout outs, guys. We still have to update the list. Mrs. Grasshopper is had a little first of all, guys, big thank you to Angel Magic, Keystone, and Miss Penny Black for setting this up for us, right? So Miss Grasshopper, in coordination with them, was setting up this little baby wish list. We still have to update the list because a lot of beautiful patrons are going in there. Welcoming little Grasshopper into this realm, guys. We still got a short 4 weeks to go, guys. June 26th is the estimated arrival time. But again, this is an old list. We still have to update it because we're running the renovation, so our hands are tied. But I'll make sure to update the list. So big shout out to Angel Magic, Keystone, Miss Penny Black, Mickey, Angela, Dick, Anita, um, Van Beek, Lawrence, Taurus 2, Valerie, um, Elaine, Jamie WV, Mary, Kate, Elaine, different spells, but again, a different Elaine. Sister, we love you. Heidi, and all you beautiful patrons, guys, for making this beautiful moment even more magical, guys. And, I'm hearing through the grapevine that some have problems clicking the links. If you're having problems, you can text Angel Magic, guys. She has some kind of extra, you know, uh, wish list. Make it, and that wish list does work or something. I don't know. She told me something about it. So if you're having trouble on that wish list thing, just make sure to text Angel Magic. I'm going to put her link in the chat, guys. So send her a text if you have any problems. And she has like another list that is working better than the list that we have right now. But again, guys, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your epic generosity, and showing Miss Grasshopper that we have this beautiful worldwide family that is supporting one another. And again, guys, we love you to the moon and back. Let me give the final words to our beloved Lance on his epic quest.
Well, great show today. POTUS on fire, just like everyone was saying. Man, what a memory for those, you know what I mean? Those officers to go off and, right? He actually calling people up and having fun with them, right? So it's just so good to see that man in office, right? Yeah, great show today, guys. And we will see you guys on the next show. Love you guys and have a great weekend.
And guys, give it up for Lance for always hosting the OBS, making these shows possible. Lance, we love you, man. Thank you for your endurance and your epic genius. Final words to our beloved RQ Durfman.
Yeah, what a show and what a chat we have. We've got I'm not sure, JDL is not Canadian, but I think he's somewhere not in the US, so that's another worldwide patriot that we have in the chat. It was absolutely rolling when I was able to keep an eye on it. Again, want to wish Skittles a very, very happy birthday. And yeah, not quite sure. Somebody was asking in the chat when the next stream might be. And
Okay.
yeah, that's going to be, it's getting tricky now with
Yes. So,
with
on Monday we got a lot of baby appointments, the renovation. On Tuesday we got a lot of appointments. With the house, the kitchen is coming in, the appliances are coming in, and Wednesday. So I don't know. It might be Tuesday or Wednesday, guys, or maybe even Friday. Oh, Monday. Sorry, guys, or even Monday, guys. So if you want to know when we're going to go live, the best thing to do is click that bell of notifications so you get an alert when we go live. You don't want to miss these live shows, guys, because big shout out to the Q team, guys, because our shows are only as good as the grounds that they're putting out there. And like this show, guys, boy, are they supporting us, guys. So Durfman, we want to wish you a happy upcoming birthday, guys. His Kittle brother, well, happy birthday as well. I really got to go, guys. So let's go play Hold the Line, guys. Are you cool with that, Durf?
Yeah, I don't think there's any other birthdays right now. So thank you guys. Less than 10, Trump, Scavino, all you guys, you're awesome. Lance, you're amazing. Grasshopper, you're amazing. Again, Skittles, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys in a couple days.
Absolutely, guys. Watch the rerun. It's going to be epic. Do no good. Great that you are with us. Don't worry about it. The show will start from the beginning. So enjoy it, guys. Amigos, Centrifugate, Kerry Cameron. We're going to shout each and every one out. Let's play Hold the Line, guys, and see you guys really, really soon. Let's look at Tuesday, maybe Monday, but absolutely on Wednesday, guys. So again, one of these days, hit that bell of notifications so you never miss another show. Volume's up, guys. We're gonna play Hold the Line. Let me shout each and every one out because you know they'll love you, right? Isn't it playing? What's going on? Oh, there's a little delay, guys. Okay, guys, boom time. Let me see, guys. Where's the chat? Where are you guys? Firstborn Unicorn, the Full Monte, Kenny Stacy.
I will be your president for
disease,
joblessness, and
volume's up.
Anger.
Bring your dancing shoes, guys. Wolf to see Teresa Raz singing her song. Stefan, 101, Trucy, Stewie, 45,
no progress,
54,
no nation,
Gojo Beans,
only a state of chaos.
Barco,
don't piss down my back and tell me it's me.
We're gonna hold the line. Highlander, Dick Tracy, Glad Again, Kerry Cameron, Navigator, Lucy 6038, Barco brother. We're gonna hold the line. Boom time. 377, Chris 220MX, Sandergrass, love you, brother, love you, Chris. Jasmine Rose, love that name. Diane Tino, Skittle brother, happy birthday. Brent 1520, Santa Fe Kate, Timor 67, Deflustrated, Morocco. Unchained on one, Redeem Patriot. Boom time. Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Lil Maya. Great to see you. RJ 61. Janine. Alita. Betsy Pages. RJ 61. We have reached our cruising out to the 40,000-foot long ago. Ashwood prepares to land. Make sure your seats and toiletries are in their upright position. And don't forget to buckle up, guys. This is gonna get bumpy. Amigos 88, QNS 17, Highlander, Mr. Rob, Willis from Texas. Durfman, you got this.
United Airlines to Guantanamo Bay. Immediate boarding at Gate Skittles.
At Gate Skittles. We knew this day would come, guys. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Hello, Francis, we love you. Miss Penny Black. Be blessed, sister. We love you, Miss Penny. Singing the new song, singing it loud. The angels are sounding their horns. The apocalypse is nigh. Foreshadow for millennia and unfolding right in front of our eyes. We are blessed to be alive and to be witnesses of this epic transition to greatness. Big shout out to Donald J. Trump, Dan Scavino, Elon Musk, General Flynn, Cash Patel, Pat Bobby, Richard Grinnell,
We
Chuck
love
Grassley.
you.
We love you guys.
We will be back in some
The
form.
less than 10.
Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is unreal. But that is a dangerous, defeatist belief. It leads to the conclusion that we are gripped by forces
we cannot control.
Ladies and gentlemen,
prepare for the storm MAGA. Okay, guys, we have arrived. Have a beautiful continuation of this beautiful Saturday and enjoy your God-filled Sunday, guys. God bless you all. See you really, really soon. Hit that bell of notification, guys. We're in a storm, guys. So we're going to go live when we're going to go live, but we try to let you know ahead of time, guys. So pay attention to our socials, subscribe to Lance, subscribe to Durf, and guys, Skittle, happy birthday. Lisa Fannin, we love you. Again, guys, Richard Rohr, love you guys. Not in a gay way, right? Like, Richard, we love you, man. And Durf, man. God bless you all. Lance, take it away.